Hello, everyone. Welcome to Card Kingdom's Legacy Monday streams. I'm Tom. I'm joined by Mike Kiesel.
Yep. Hi.
And we're going to jump right into the action because we already have players on the ground. We've been a little bit slow getting running, but we're going to start up now.
Yeah, we gotta change all the stuff around.
All that stuff will get changed around. Mike Kiesel is not currently playing.
I apparently was playing the last time.
All right, so we have Jeremy Edwards on the right and Lee on the left, you said?
Yep.
Do you know what either of these players are on?
I assume Lee is on Lee deck, and I'm assuming Jeremy might be on depths, but he was playing Blue Red Delver, so at the 4K, so we'll see.
Perfect. All right, here we are coming right off the Mox Boarding House Bellevue 4K that just got ran this weekend. That was an exciting event, huh?
Well, IO2 dropped, but
I got a little bit further in the tournament.
Got a little bit further, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. Fantastic turnout, though. We had 83 people.
Yeah, 83 people. It was a great event.
Thanks to everyone who showed up from Vancouver and Portland and all the places outside of the Seattle community. We love to see more Legacy players.
From afar, yeah. Are we on?
I think so.
I don't see us.
Says we're streaming.
Okay.
I can see
Boom.
you.
All right, good.
We are on. Perfect.
I just want to make sure, but I couldn't see that on my thing.
All right, so here we are, round one, getting ready to roll. Update that a little bit. We're not sure what Jeremy and Lee are on yet, although I think I see a Thopter Sword combo on the side of Lee.
Whoa, okay.
So that is not his regular.
All right, it's Spice. I see a bunch of blue. I see an island and a volcanic, and I think black and maybe green cards from Jeremy.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a Delver deck from Jeremy.
4-color deck. Well, there's a basic island.
Oh, wait. Okay. Then yeah, it's probably a snow deck. 4-color snow?
Is it like a snow mirror? Thopter snow versus other snow?
It might be the case. Do you think this Thopter deck has Urza in it?
100%.
Are we porting the modern version of this deck to Legacy now? First it's Hogak getting ported, now it's Urza getting ported.
I want it to happen. I've been bringing up lists. They all look awful.
I believe it. It's a 4-drop. So if a Lurin works, maybe it will work too.
Yeah, I mean, is that a Dead of Winter in his hand? That is a Dead of Winter.
Oh, I think I know what Lee's doing. I think Lee is playing his basic lands only deck.
Oh.
So he has that one enchantment right there. Yeah, we saw it.
I think that was an
Encroaching Wastes.
All right, Delver. It looks like he's on Blue-Red Delver, would be my guess. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay, so Blue-Red Delver on the side of Jeremy Edwards.
And just like Snow Spice.
Snow Spice on the side of Lee.
For now.
See that ever-present Prismatic Vista showing up in Lee's deck.
Yeah.
It's really been showing up in so many Legacy decks.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Jeremy, for once, is not on the spicy side of things.
No, he's on the regular side now. This is weird.
Yeah.
I guess need some more store credit reserves. Get that one back up, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I get it. I understand.
Alright, we got the turn 1 Delver flip or the turn 2 Delver flip. That's exactly what we want to see.
Well, he set it up with Brainstorm, so I was hoping.
Oh, he set it up on Upkeep. Okay.
Yeah, he did the Upkeep Brainstorm.
The guarantee.
Yeah.
This sounds already.
You can't give Lee any time.
No, you really can't. You don't know what he's gonna handle you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who do you think's favored in this matchup? I have to imagine that the low to the ground Delver deck just has an advantage, right?
Yeah, I assume Delver's favorite, but really, I have no idea what Lee is even on yet, so it's hard to speculate.
Jeremy fetching a basic mountain.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows what's going on with Lee over there.
Maybe he saw some things. There's
I saw Chalice in Lee's deck.
Yeah, there's a Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, this is this everything but blue. Thop.
4-color snow thopter control.
Yeah, oh, well, it has to have blue then. It has to be like 5-color
Yeah.
snow control.
I mean, he's always got astrolabes.
Yeah, Snow Spice is the newest member of Spice Girls, yes.
Oh, Cocoa Spice. All right.
I'll tell you what I want. What I really
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Perfect mana with Astrolabe is what I want.
That sounds like something real nice.
Yeah, this is Destructive Flow.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's what this is.
All right. I'm gonna name it Snowflow. Seems like a good name.
You can name it like Avalanche because like it's a flow of snow.
Mm-hmm.
It's an avalanche.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I'll hit you with the avalanche. Can you spell that? I think so.
Close enough. Yeah, little did you know this was going to be a spelling. So,
I'm not here for the spelling bee.
yeah.
I'm here to play Magic. They already have the words written down.
Song older than Tom.
Not by a lot. It's close though. It's closer than I would like. All right, what are we gonna find? I bet a basic.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
I'm guessing a
nailed it.
snow basic.
Oh, and the Ice Age snow basics.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, those are the nice ones.
Those are the best snow basics.
100%.
Ice Age Island snow is the best.
I like the plains.
You like the plains?
It's got like the moon and
the plains
nice...
always tilted me because it looked exactly like the non-snow plains from that set.
Yeah, I agree with that, but it's still
it looks. It doesn't look bad for sure. It's a search for tomorrow. And we got some spice coming over by Lee, but looks like he might just run out of time.
Yeah.
Jeremy presenting a very quick clock with this Delver and like sending bolts straight to the dome. Lee already at 6. I think I see a true name coming down. Ooh, Lee's gonna have a hard time dealing with that. This might be the end of game 1 already, honestly.
It's sort of looking like it.
Gonna probably see Lee slam a Destructive Flow. No, Dead of Winter.
Ooh.
That's big game here.
Ooh.
That's gonna be huge.
Does Jeremy have the count? No, he does not.
The dab.
There's the dab.
Oh, the madman. I'm pretty sure Jeremy has a Young Pyro in his hand, though.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I saw that. So
Okay.
Jeremy might just come back with the dab of his own.
I don't know. I mean, Lee has Chandra in hand. It looks like he has another Planeswalker in hand.
I'm pretty sure he has a Destructive Flow, too, but that's not going to do a whole lot here.
Right.
There it is, yeah, the Young Peasy.
Young Peasy.
Lee wishing he had a Dead of Winter, but he needed to use it to answer that true name.
Oh, 100%.
It was about as good as Jeremy could have started rolling again, though.
Young Pyromancer, well, we'll see, because I saw in Shuffling, Lee has a lot of Renin 6. So...
Okay. It's very true.
One of those...
Ping off the Young Pyromancer. Yeah, with only one Young Pyromancer token, that will definitely be too slow. Jeremy needs to keep it around for a turn. Maybe he found a Force of Will? Well, there's a Wasteland, but that's not going to be doing what Jeremy wants it to do in this matchup.
Oh.
Alright. Up to 5 mana for Lee.
Yeah. I'm going to guess here that someone's going to get a basic of some kind.
Ooh, Lee's got a Chalice in hand.
Chalice of Chandran, is that... What Planeswalker is that? Is it... It's either...
Is it New Garruk?
I think it might be.
I think it's Eldraine Garruk.
I think it's New Garruk. That's a 6-drop?
That would be hot. Lee's getting the island, so this is confirmed 4-color.
Yeah.
We've seen the island. We haven't seen the plains, but confirmed 4-color now. That'll be pretty gas.
I guess it could just be 3-color, right? You don't need the plains for the Thopter if you have the swamp.
Yeah, you don't need the plain. You can pick one or the other.
Yeah.
So it could be a 4-color deck without plains.
But I mean, at this point, you could just put it in plains and play like some tribal flames.
Just for fun.
Tribal flames?
Ooh, tribal flames.
Yeah.
Really just like send 5s to the dome.
Yeah.
There you go. What can you shoot off with 5 mana? Urza?
With 5 mana like this? What is that? Is that an Ensnaring Bridge?
Not sure. I can't quite tell. It's a little bit of an
I believe
angle.
it is.
Okay. Lee grabbing the back card out of his hand. Doesn't have any more lands, it looks like.
Oh, that's
Sends
an Oko.
Okay. What does Oko do here? I'm pretty sure Oko doesn't get Lee where he wants to be here, does it?
Well, so
It's gonna make a food.
It's gonna make a food,
Yeah.
and now then that puts Jeremy in a position of, um, do I attack Oko or do I go face? I assume he's going to go face, right?
Yeah.
Put him to 6.
I mean, gaining 3 life a turn isn't small game against this Delver deck, actually.
I mean, given that Jeremy has 3 power on the board, it's not great
Yeah.
because it's going to grow. But I mean, once he can stabilize after this by like making the token a 3/3, and then what's
slamming Chandra?
Yeah,
Because Jeremy or Lee has better cards, I think. Lee has better cards from this point in the game onward.
yeah.
So I think Jeremy really does need to work to close off this game pretty quickly.
It probably is. You end up losing the Chandra.
He might not have the second mountain.
Well, Sam was saying take it off of the search instead of the island.
Yeah, he might not have the second mountain.
Oh, there might not be a second mountain in the deck. That's true.
I don't actually know, but it is a possibility.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's the bolt.
Yeah,
That closes that game out. All right. Jeremy taking game 1. This is a sweet matchup, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to see the players going to board. Don't think we're going to see anything particularly special out of Jeremy's deck. Seems like a pretty standard blue-red.
Well, he didn't see the chalice, so I don't know if he's going to bring like a braids.
I don't know if I'd predict Chalice out of this deck, honestly. This deck's kind of weird.
Yeah, but it's Lee.
It is Lee. Lee does love his Chalices.
Yeah.
Big fan of the card. It is an I win the game button a lot of the time.
It would have been there.
It definitely would have been. I see a library, or a Sylvan library right there. Mycosynth Lattice on the board. That means there's a Karn.
It doesn't mean there's a card.
See Blood Moons. Man, this deck is a...
I wouldn't bring in Blood Moons.
I think I just did.
I mean, Jeremy has a bunch of islands. Like, unless he gets them.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Island game 1.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy respects Blood Moon, I think. I mean,
Especially
maybe
in a 2-color Delver deck.
Yeah, maybe wouldn't.
It's so easy to respect in a 2-color Delver deck, you know?
Yeah.
There's the Karn.
There's the Karn.
Wondering if it should just take it out, and I think, honestly, he probably should. If he has, like, more or faster ways to end the game, the Karn might just be too slow.
Yeah. Oh, there's Baleful Strix.
Renin 6 Baleful Strix seems like the game he needs.
Abrupt Decay.
Okay.
It might just be like take some bigger stuff out. There's Chalices.
Looks like he's trimming a little bit is the plan here.
Yeah, Chandra might be slow. Yeah.
Yeah, he agrees.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
puts it back. It's hard decisions.
Destructive Flow.
I definitely take out the Destructive Flows, I think.
Yeah.
I just think
he
it's
just
too
did.
slow.
I think he just did.
Yeah. There's turn 3, that's a turn 4, or your opponent's turn 3 kill a land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little slow. Turns out, Destructive Flow might be a little slow for Legacy.
Yeah, especially with how, like, conservative Jeremy is with fetching basics.
Yeah. I mean, you can get him with a certain hand.
Jeremy notably not playing snow-covered basics. Strictly worse lands.
I hate having to play Snowlands unless I'm actually using them.
I respect it.
I mean, I could even get away with playing the Snowlands in Turbo Depths is actually legit if I'm playing into the north or not.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm not going to. I have Guru lands.
You refuse?
Refuse.
The Euro lands are too good to ignore?
The Guru.
Ooh, the Gurus are always worth it.
Yeah, Gurus are worth it.
You gotta show off the Gurus.
Yeah.
You don't see Gurus often anymore, too. I feel like I used to see them significantly more often like 5 years ago.
Yeah, they're not around as... I mean, everything has spiked.
Yeah,
So.
it really has.
And now everyone's playing... Like, I only have, like... To be honest, I only have, like, one of each Guru and then, like, 2 islands.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of these decks are playing so many basics these days. I can't...
Yeah, there's so many
keep
wastelands.
up with that.
You need the basics to keep up with the Renin 6 wasteland stuff going on.
I can get away with playing 1 forest and 1 swamp in my...
In your speedy land deck,
speedy land deck, but, you know...
Other
I'm
than
not. I'm
that,
not building miracles with your lands anytime
yeah,
soon.
you're not going to be going that hard. Leave miracles to the betas.
Yeah, that's what I do.
All right. Lee's starting us off with the fetch. Probably going to be getting a basic forest, I would imagine.
Boom.
Yeah, there we go.
Mind reader over here.
Easy peasy.
And are we saving a search for tomorrow? Oh, Mox
Ooh, we have the
Diamonds.
Mox Diamond. I think we probably pitched the basic island over the Prismatic Vista, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, just pass the turn, leave up Abrupt Decay in his hand. That leaves him with just like end of turn, Abrupt Decay your Delver. That's not
Yeah.
a bad play at all.
No.
That'll buy Lee a lot of time for the Chandra he has in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
We see the Prismatic Vista out of Jeremy Edwards, guaranteeing himself his basic land. With no clock or no threat on turn 1.
So the old cantrip.
You see that, the Mastery, or what's the 3 mana deal 4 damage uncounterable if you have Spell Mastery?
Exquisite Firecraft.
I saw Exquisite Firecraft at the bottom of Jeremy's deck.
Oh, okay.
It's an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, I could. That totally seems like a good call in this style of deck.
Yeah, fantastic endgame,
In the
honestly.
meta. I don't. And I think Jeremy's plan here is. It looks like Lee is good on the top end, so he's just trying to sneak in some damage early and then just burn him out.
Exactly. There's the Chalice on one.
Also, there's this.
Jeremy, yeah, this is big. This is really big. Jeremy doesn't have the counterspell for it. This might just be the death of Jeremy Edwards for this game.
It depends on if there's an Abrade.
It
The
does.
Diddy board in the Abrade.
Or maybe he has just a peasy to slam.
Maybe he has a Brazen Borrower.
Ooh, a Brazen Borrower. Some more Eldraine tech in here.
Yeah.
There's
Or there's that.
Yeah, there's the peasy.
Who needs their 1-drops to resolve when they just make 1/1s?
Lee can slam a Chandra next turn, though.
Yeah, given.
And
I
if
mean,
no Chandra, I know Lee has Abrupt Decay.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, the question is, you played around days before. Do you want to play around it some more? Do you even think Jeremy has days on the draw? Game 2.
Yeah, I mean,
There's normally you keeping a couple.
yeah, I think I'd assume Jeremy has the days. Because
Well,
he hasn't given Jeremy the chance to days yet.
yeah, not necessarily in the hand, but like in the deck still.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Your
there's
deck,
the Abrupt Decay.
so he is going to respect it.
Or maybe he just
Or he
doesn't
just,
have the, yeah, just doesn't have the fourth
the
mana.
land. Yeah. Okay.
Jeremy's got a little bit of time. A True Name Nemesis here could be big.
Yeah.
Vista doesn't get Plateau. That's not a Plateau.
That is a snow-covered mountain from Ice
Indeed.
Age. So many snowlands.
Gotta love the Snowlands. Guess you don't have to, but like, Ice Age is a pretty cool set. Hit people with the Jockle Hops.
The problem with that I have with snowlands, which I've heard before, is that like it's nice to
Brazen Borrower.
boom called it.
Boom.
Called it.
That's fantastic. Pick up the Chalice. I was...
That's
Golos Post.
that's sweet.
Bring the standard deck to Legacy.
Yeah. What was that? My train of thought there is I don't like the snowlands because there's not enough of them to choose from.
Yeah.
It's nice that you can like pick your style of island.
Exactly.
Right.
No, I feel you on that. I'm definitely in that same train. I really don't like any form... I don't like any form of land being strictly better than basic land, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that the basic lands, one of the core tenets of the game is that the basic lands are just better. You can make your own white border snowlands, though.
I don't know if Jordan Isaka has white bordered snowlands. I don't think so.
You can live your best life.
Yeah.
Make those white border snowlands. Now, I was gassing Brazen Borrower earlier before this tournament started, saying I didn't like the card, but it turned out, like,
Yeah.
saved Jeremy this game, possibly. There's a Strix, though. That's going to get in the way of the Delver for sure.
So, we just had our 4K this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has brought spice today.
Have they? Fantastic.
There's Ruby Storm, 4-color Leovold, but that's from Sean Catanese, so it's a spicy 4-color Leovold.
Yeah.
Grixis, Belcher, Mono Blue Martyr.
I wonder if the Belcher has the new ritual from Eldraine that makes 7 mana.
Could. Storm stuff. So that might be Doomsday from Zach. A couple blue-red Delvers. Pox. Burn. Hogak. Dredge. That's just called Prison here. I don't know how we're prisoning, but it's prison.
Maybe Mud Prison, maybe
Another
Red White.
blue-red tempo. Post. Greg Mitchell sporting the Emery Ascendancy.
Ooh. Okay, Emery Ascendancy.
There is Lee Spice.
What does Emery Ascendancy get out of Legacy other than Force of Will? I guess better cantrips as well.
Yeah, better cantrips.
Just the standard fare. It doesn't get a new Moxen, since Mox, Opal, and Amber are already the best ones for that deck.
Right. What does it get?
It is already such a powerful engine, though. It gets artifact lands.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
kinda big.
it gets artifact lands. 100%.
That makes those Mox Opals a whole lot better.
Yes, it does.
Oh, and it gets Welder.
Well, it makes Thoughtcast a lot better, too.
Ooh, you're right. There is I think that's RT, or the third Ravnica Vraska.
That is the Ravnica Vraska.
Yeah. What's the third Ravnica called? Not City of Guilds. It's man, what did they name the third Ravnica? Yeah.
No, is this the is this one the Ravnica one, or is it this isn't the Pirate Vraska?
This is not Pirate Vraska.
Yeah.
No. This is Legacy. Yeah. So part of why this looks this way is just because people are playing some spicy stuff, but also
Hard Cast Force.
most recent 3 sets really have like shaken up this format a lot. There's
Yeah.
been a lot of power level.
Yeah.
A lot of power level climbing in recent sets, and a lot of these cards have made their way into Legacy as a result.
Yeah, we just had a big 83-person event
Yeah,
on Saturday. People,
fantastic event.
fantastic event. Someone top 8'd here.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I heard.
Hogak?
Hogak, pretty good deck.
Is legit.
Deck is it rolls Delver.
Yeah.
Never beats it.
Yeah, Tom Lynch crushed it over here. IO2 dropped, so
These things happen.
it happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you show up and you just get hypergenesis.
Exactly. You know.
Yeah.
No, I was very happy with my result in that match, though, or in that tournament. Other than losing first round of top 8,
Yeah.
but I couldn't have lost it to a better person. So.
Yeah, I mean, when JJ is crushing it, he's crushing it.
Exactly.
And he was just like, he was playing it. I was watching his top 8 run. He was just crushing it.
Oh yeah.
And finding really cool lines.
Is Brazen Burrow representing a reasonable threat to Lee?
Yeah.
4-turn clock right now on its own.
The 3-1 is legit.
3-1s really are. Vendilion Click used to get in for plenty of beats, and
Yeah.
Brazen Burrow continuing the trend. Guilds of Ravnica is what the last Ravnica is called.
Ah, okay.
Not City of Guilds. Guilds.
All right. So, all of the snowlands.
Indeed.
Still no planes. I don't think there's going to be.
I don't think we're going to see a plains either. I think this is 4-color.
Yeah. Chandra. So I heard.
Card's pretty good.
Yeah, I heard the Brazen Bower was doing some work. Now it isn't.
No, it isn't.
That
This
is
Steve.
That is a Securo Tri-Bolter.
This is questionable. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure how I feel about this, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure it does enough, you know?
What does Avalanche do? We are not 100% sure. So there's Destructive Flow.
Yeah.
Other than that, it seems to be a ramp 4-color Planeswalker-y deck.
Yeah, exactly. It's snowy 4-color Planeswalker ramp.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this deck actually wants ramping growth. You know?
He's chalicing on 3 here.
Chalicing on 3?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, that's big game.
We are now losing to True Name Nemesis.
No, apparently not. Jeremy Edwards wondering if he's going to counter this. I have to imagine this gets dazed, right?
I mean, he's going to hardcast Force of Will.
Ooh,
That's what
right.
we're doing.
It's pretty deep. But Jeremy's probably happy to do that, honestly.
In for 1. Attack.
Boom.
We have a 14-turn clock, guys.
It's there. It's on the table.
I guess it's slightly less. There's Chandra. I guess that might do some shocking.
Jeremy is struggling here, though. I saw the bolt in his hand. Does not want to have that there with the chalice.
Yeah, I believe he had a couple.
I know I saw Jeremy has daze. I think he may have just ripped daze, which means this might get dazed. Yep, there it is.
It is a cast days.
Fantastic from Jeremy Edwards.
Should have sacked that Trivelder last turn. Should have.
That's what he gets. Cash in on the rampant growth.
Chandra ticks up though.
Yeah, this Chandra really does represent just a clock. As
Yeah.
soon as the Chandra ultimates, this game is over. There's
Wow.
a new Chandra. I'm definitely just gonna let Jeremy take 2 to that.
Attack for 1, put him to 8. And I believe that is an Oko in hand.
Ooh, that'll probably close up the game. Oko can actually turn Mox Diamond into a 3/3. I just
Yeah,
realized.
he could have turned a Mox Diamond into a 3/3 attack. But Mox Diamond is doing a lot of work here in cleaning up that mana base. But
Yeah, for sure. That's big though. Oko actually with Mox Diamond is an interaction I didn't think about.
yeah. I mean, people are considering in Vintage now.
Oko, really?
Yeah, so in Oath, you can turn their Moxen into creatures and then Oath.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually super funny.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that's great. Here's a trophy. Probably not going to cast that one either.
No.
This game looks like Lee is going to wrap it up. Was able to take control of the early. I think it was just all came down to this Chalice, though.
Yeah, Chalice is a hell of a magic card.
Jeremy respecting Lee's knowledge with the Chalice, not testing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Lee would miss one of these in this situation.
Put you to 2.
All right, Lee wondering what he's going to do. Slam a choke. See, I'm not sure I would have played that here.
Yeah, it's like it's telling them.
I'm not sure it's worth telling Jeremy that the choke exists. I'm not sure it's worth telling Jeremy that the bridge exists.
Well, now he can't attack for lethal. Well, I mean, I guess he's just going to take
he has
up.
the Chandra.
He has Chandra, yeah.
But I'm not sure I like playing those, honestly.
Yeah.
Showing them off to Jeremy. They're 2 cards Jeremy didn't know he had.
All right, Jeremy packs it up.
All right, getting a game 3 out of this. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't expect Lee to be able to pick this one up, but he pretty commanding that entire game.
Well, being on the play with like a ramp style deck and get past
having the Mox Diamond as well.
Yeah, gets past like the the Spell Pierce and the Daze, and he's able to land a few key threats when Jeremy just didn't have any counter magic.
Yep, Jeremy going back to the board, probably bringing in some Abrades.
I assume so.
Abrade seems like it lines up really well here between shooting off Oko creatures perfectly and killing Chalices.
Yeah. What an interesting list.
I wonder if we're going to see more impact from Oko.
There's a Braid at least. He's grabbing at least 1.
Yeah.
I think that's another Brazenbauer. I think he's just bringing in more.
Yeah, I mean, Brazenbauer was a fantastic answer to Chalice.
Yeah. Bounces it, unless you get, like, a few cantrips or a few things, and then you can just then cast it the next turn.
Yeah, and 3/1 flyings are real threats, for sure. They end games way faster than a lot of people think.
Now, it's a little awkward here, because Lee, I mean, he hasn't seen that Lee is playing Renin 6 yet, either.
That's very true.
So that's a surprise. Let's see if that's a game 3 surprise.
This entire deck is a surprise, honestly.
It really is. There could be literally anything in Lee's deck, and I would not be surprised. Greetings, Tim.
How would you suggest one prepares cooked meats?
There's only one way to cook meat, and it is smoking on a barbecue for like 12 plus hours.
Okay.
Yes.
I accept that.
Mm-hmm.
What about just with a smoker instead of a barbecue?
Well, I mean, yeah. So I do it on a big green egg.
Okay. I'm
But
not
yeah.
I'm not a barbecue expert here. Only
Yeah.
gone at it a few times for the classic burger.
I cook a lot of meat.
I can tell people are asking you for your
Yeah,
opinion.
apparently
A
I'm
very
world
valued
famous.
one.
I'm world famous for that. Yeah.
All right, Jeremy probably gonna be taking the play here. That'll be big. Jeremy's gonna have the Dazes to play with now.
Yeah, I mean, this matchup I think is play draw dependent by
It really does
a
seem
long
like
shot.
that's a lot of Delver decks, though.
I mean, yeah,
Delver decks really do have such a big advantage on the play.
they really do. Delver is a hell of a card.
Ain't it?
There's a Karn. There is some lands. I believe that is a ramp spell. I don't know which one. Next to the Karn.
See, I don't know what a Lee hand like needs to be to mulligan it unless it doesn't have lands.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing here. Lee has, like, the inevitability, right?
Exactly.
So Jeremy's just got to get him dead.
He's just gonna play splashy things.
That's where something like the Exquisite Firecrafts kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, for sure. Jeremy leading on the island ponder. It's not a Delver again.
Yeah.
These no Delver turn ones definitely like slow down the clock.
Well, I mean, the decks these days don't really have, other than Delver, too many one-drop threats, right?
Yeah.
He's not going
True.
all in on the heavy burden plan with like a Goblin Guide or
No Terramanders.
Monster. Terramander, I think, is a solid card.
I do too.
Second card, probably not the card Lee was looking for.
Jeremy found that true name we saw.
Yeah,
That'll be like relevant later in this game.
yeah, could be. I mean, we saw Dead of Winter from Lee, so
Yeah, I imagine that it will be like a 1 of, maybe a 2 of though.
yeah.
Dead
Well,
of Winter,
he has multiple bridges too, so like that is like the
that's
other play.
true. Yeah, and he has the Karn to tutor one. Probably left one on the board for himself.
Yep.
Dead of Winter's been pretty good. Pretty much replaced Toxic Deluge from what I can tell.
Well, if you're playing all these Snowlands anyway,
Exactly.
and if you're playing, like, I don't know if Lee is playing the Quaddle.
I haven't seen one.
Yeah, which I'm surprised.
And we saw Strix. Maybe Lee's just decided that Strix is better than the Codal.
I think he's a little bit more black than he is
Ooh.
than blue.
Resolved the Chalice. Let's see if Jeremy just has the answer.
No, I think Jeremy's plan might just be True Name.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, just save the counterspells
Well,
for the Dead of Winter.
I think I saw an Abrade. So.
Yep, there it is.
There it is.
The full art of Braid, very classy.
Boom. Not only is your thing dead, but I get a token.
Fantastic. Oh, here's another one. See, I'm not sure this is what Lee needs to be doing, though. Every turn that's like...
Yeah.
I mean, he needs slow,
Well, he's playing a land. He's like...
Yeah.
He's got to resolve a big thing.
Fair enough.
The fact that the second one resolves, unless Jeremy does have an answer to it, it is a little telling that he may not have a good counterspell in hand.
Yeah, very true.
Followed up with a second.
Ooh,
Pyromancer.
that's some commitment right there.
Jeremy's missing land drops, though. He's not
going
to be able to cast that True Name Nemesis at this rate. We get some Mountain here.
Oh, looking through. Where is it? There's the mountain. Jeremy's still in a fantastic spot here. There's 5 power. It's like, this is close to, it is like 3 turns lethal.
Yeah, I mean, Lee needs an answer right now.
And notably, all these creatures are pretty low to the ground power-wise, so a bridge will not be fast enough.
No,
I don't think Lee can empty his hand quick enough.
No, not with like double Karn.
Yeah.
So like he can. So here, like. So I mean, the benefit of Karn.
Trinisphere,
Okay.
the Madman. Okay, Jeremy really needs another land now.
Yeah, I mean, if Lee has the answer, Lee really needs Dead of Winter. Like, I almost like playing Karn here. You get destroyed by Daze, but Yeah. It saves some life, and then you could, in theory, get. I'm hoping he has an engineered explosives in his board.
That would make sense, especially in a 4-color deck.
Yeah.
Jeremy still doesn't have the 3rd land, but Lee still doesn't have an answer to this 5 power on board.
Well.
Was that a Ren and 6
That's a
draw?
Ren and 6. So
Is Ren and 6 really enough here?
it isn't. But it is something.
It's true. It is just going to die to
Yeah.
the token, though, right?
Yeah.
No, puts it at 2. It'll die to the young Peasy.
Yeah. I mean, it does deals with 1 and gains a couple
turn.
life.
Ooh, there's the land. This will be a true name nemesis. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, I think you still just want to get that clock on.
I think you have to just slam the true name, right?
You just lose to Dead of Winter, though.
He did get burned by that last time, but I wonder if Jeremy thinks that
There's-
Lee just doesn't have it, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's a fair assessment to just guess Lee doesn't have it with the fact that he hasn't cast any cantrips this game, and it's probably not more than a 2 of.
Yeah, I mean, Lee doesn't have any cantrips in his deck, as far as I can tell. But yes.
Yeah, he's the Strixes.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
All right, coming in, doing exactly what we expected. 1 to his face, 2 to the Ren and 6. Gotta kill it. And just slam the true name. I like this play.
All right. He's telling Lee, do your worst.
It was a search for tomorrow off the top. Not very useful considering it's you can only play 1 thing a turn with this Trinisphere out, so he might just be too far behind in this game.
He's going to go 1 here.
Yeah, this Trinisphere is hurting him a lot. Lee has a lot of 2-drops in his hand, actually. Putting that on suspend. Good use of mana.
I mean, it really isn't. He has to pay the full price
He will.
when it comes off suspend, right?
It's true. I doubt we're going to get to the time where it does come off suspend, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the idea. I forgot that it has suspend too.
Yeah.
So, Lee is going to 1.
Yeah, the Bolt doesn't do it because Chalice is in play.
Yeah.
But, he has to rip Dead of Winter, doesn't he? It's pretty much Dead of Winter
It's
bust.
pretty much Dead of Winter, and we're a bust here. Counter comes off that.
Indeed.
Gonna take the 1.
Lee decides that's the card he wants.
Is it a Dead of Winter?
It looked like it was.
It might be.
Yeah, there it is.
It is.
Jeremy Edwards.
But Jeremy Edwards
has the Force of Will.
has
Pays the mana. Yeah, that'll close it out for the game.
Lee needed it 1 turn
Jeremy
earlier.
Edwards able to steal that one. That was good.
That was
That was a solid match, honestly.
That was close.
Looks like Lee took out the destructive flows.
What is that one?
Heroic Intervention.
Okay, what does that do?
It gives all your permanents indestructible and hexproof for the turn for green and 1 at instant speed. I believe.
All right.
That's what
I will believe you.
Want to believe it does. All right. We have 13 minutes left. Think we want to pull up a backup? We have time.
Yeah, if you want to. I can head out, see if there's something.
Check if we can find a backup match.
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit. So for anyone just joining us, we are getting near the end of round 1 of our 4-round Legacy Monday night here on CardKingdom.com, our Card Kingdom Twitch stream. Do it every Monday along with modern streams on Thursdays and occasional big tournament streams on Saturdays. So follow the channel, check out. We've got a fantastic community of Magic players and casters bringing really fun games. Oh, we get a little bit of a peek inside Lee's mastermind of a deck here. Destructive Flow, what a card. A little bit too weak now, I think, with all the basics running around, but definitely a special card. No backups?
Nope. I can read that if you...
All right.
All right. So, No backups, but we do have a few
You wanna
announcements.
bring it back
Yeah,
to the casters?
yeah, we can bring it back to the casters.
Oh,
Oh, hello, camera. I got adjusted somehow.
now we're back.
Yeah, this is quality production we got.
Ain't it?
going here.
It's
All right,
fantastic.
I got my notes here from CK. So CK celebrating his 20th anniversary.
Yeah, I saw we had the shiny tokens.
Yeah,
That's pretty dope.
yeah. I guess I can grab one because I bought stuff. So if you order anything this month, you get a free squirrel token.
Yeah, I think this is the first time they've done foil tokens, right?
Foil tokens, yeah.
Yeah, these are great.
So I got one of these foily squirrel tokens, which you can save for when they unban Earthcraft. Right, that's going to happen one of these days.
Sure, yeah. We can pretend that'll happen.
That'll happen one of these days, guys.
Earthcraft probably would be fine, honestly.
It probably.
I'm not sure Infinite Squirrels on turn 3 is above Legacy power level.
Yeah. It could, yeah. And then, yeah, so that's anytime in the month of October. And then we also have some events coming up.
All right.
Rag to Riches is coming up October 26th, I believe. Let me check here. Yep. And sadly, we will not be streaming Rags to Riches
Oh, that is unfortunate.
because we'll be streaming a Modern 3K that is also happening that day
There you go.
at Mox Boarding House Bellevue.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's
That's
a Rags to
pretty
Riches here.
They're running a Rags to Riches and a 3K at the same time.
Yes.
Wow.
And there's the 26th edition of Rags to Riches.
Man, it's been old.
A lot of
I go back with the Rags to Riches. I've been playing them since Rags to Riches 1.
Have you been playing all of them, or just like most of them? Or?
No, I think I've done like 10 of them.
Okay, yeah, I did a lot of the earlier ones, and then
They're super fun, though.
Poppers come, yeah.
Popper's in a place right now, you know?
Well, so this is October 26th, so there is a BNR now between now and then. So maybe
Ephemerate will finally go, hopefully.
maybe, or like Astrolabe.
Astrolabe. Let's just ban Astrolabe, Ephemerate, Ghostly Flicker, maybe
Mystic-
throw Muldrifter on
Mystic
there.
Sanctuary.
Mystic Sanctuary,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe ban like Urza's Tower.
Yeah, so there's the Modern 3K that's going on with the Chalice event, which is their charity
Okay,
event,
yeah.
and then they have a second special event with the charity that has some special magic guests coming
Nice.
for that.
All
So
the like Saffron Olive, all the Mox sponsored.
I think a lot of them. And
Magic
I don't know the exact.
I know Goldfish is
Yeah.
sponsored by Card Kingdom, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure who else.
Yeah, and so you can find out more at the Mox events page if you're interested in that.
Great, yeah. MoxBoardingHouse.com.
Mhm.
Fantastic. We have 9 minutes left in the round, but we have a fairly small group of people today, so we'll probably clean it up fairly quickly.
Yeah, it's a light group tonight. Only
Yeah, do we want to go through all the decks that we
only
have?
22 players tonight, which is
Yeah. I think a few players walked in late, so we have a little bit above
yeah, I
that.
believe that's true because I know Alien's playing.
Justin walked in late.
I know Alien's on here too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the meta is blue-red heavy for some reason. There's like everyone. So at the 83-person event, there were at least 12 Rug Delver decks.
Yeah, I believe it.
So a bunch of Delver in the room.
Mhm.
No Delver other than blue-red Delver in the room tonight.
People love their burn decks.
People are tired of
The rug.
Rug mid-range, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't think people would get tired of Canadian Threshold.
It's not Canadian. It's like it's Jund. It's
That's
Jund
fair.
with Delver.
It's no bad cards, Delver, huh?
Yeah.
There's no stifles to play with.
No.
Let's go through all the decks here, and then if
Yeah.
you hear anything you want to see, put it in chat, and we'll try and get that on camera.
Yeah, so in order here, we got Ruby Storm, 4-color Leo, which is Sean Catanese, so it's probably
Special 4-color.
Yeah, Grixis, Belcher, Mono Blue Martyr, Storm.
Mono Blue Martyr. Patrick Daly's on that too.
Yeah.
That's an old deck for him.
Yeah.
I love that deck.
Blue Red Delver from Jeremy, which we just saw. Kyle on Pox. Got some Pox action.
Nice.
Milan on Blue Red Delver.
Okay.
Joey going back to his burn roots.
Ooh, he's back on it. He's been playing a lot of depths,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Travis packing your Hogak deck.
Yeah, I lent it out for the night. I
Yeah.
love that deck. If y'all want to see it, it's fantastic. It's super fun to watch.
that deck looks sweet, and I really like the look of your build with Breakthrough.
Yeah.
and the Hapless Researcher.
Hapless Researcher is great.
Yeah.
People, like, a lot of old Legacy players see that card and they just get happy with the throwback, and new
Oh,
Legacy
yeah.
players are like, why are you playing this?
Yeah, it's like the Chase Hansen special too.
Exactly.
Back before Strifo was the Strifopile player,
Yeah.
he was the Hapless Reacher Reanimator pilot.
Yeah.
We have Dredge, Prison. I don't know exactly what is in this Prison deck,
Yeah.
but maybe we'll see. Another Blue Red Tempo, which I think
Alright.
I saw like a Swift Spear and stuff around, so probably one of those.
Alright.
Post.
Is that just normal post?
It's just listed here as Post, so I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Emery Ascendancy.
I would love to see Greg's
I would
build.
love to see that. There's the Lee Avalanche special.
Greg is always like also good at making these decks, you know?
Yeah. I've taken a look at the list. It looks pretty solid, too.
Alright.
So, Full Color Snow from Allian. Matthew Saxon on Infect. Another Full Color Snow. Another Burn. Storm. And Golos Post.
Golos post.
Golos Post.
Golos post honestly seems very strong.
So,
Justin's been like pretty consistent with that.
Golos.
Yeah.
Post lands.
Yeah.
Chromatic Lantern.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I don't know if that's in there, but let's do that.
I would hope so.
I would hope. I want to see some.
Put a Karn in there.
Yeah. Just get your Chromatic Lantern, start activating that Golos.
There you go.
Yeah.
Living large. Nice. 4-color Leovold. Alright, so I see we don't have an Infect deck tonight, sadly.
No, we do. We have one.
Oh, we have one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Matt's on.
Oh, I missed that. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it in chat what you want to see. See people voting for Storm, Infect,
Storm
4-color
and
Leo.
Dredge. There's a couple.
I think if we can, we'd rather decks that last a little bit longer in games, just because backup matches are always a little bit iffy to see if we can find them.
Yeah,
But we're
especially
happy
on
to bring in-
Night Like Tonight.
Exactly, but we're happy to bring in these decks if y'all want to see them.
The round 4 we always do like the.
Yeah,
The-
round
the-
4 always gets the...
Yeah, that's why we always
quick
get
decks.
put on round 4, right?
Exactly,
It's like, oh,
yeah.
it's Tom versus Mike. That's gonna be over. In
End
2
it off
minutes.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4-color Leo then. I see a lot of people saying 4-color Leo.
4 color. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple snow control stuff that.
Oh, you know this Golos post deck is probably playing that card from Amonkhet that filters 5 colorless into 5 rainbow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Bring
Okay,
that
I forgot that land existed.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna go with the Chromatic Lantern.
Chromatic Lantern, do the lands still like make their post mana?
Yeah, they just also tap for any color.
Ooh, that's gross.
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's how that works.
I think it's an alternative tap, so you don't get to tap it for a lot of mana.
Oh no! It's not like you get 5 and you choose what color.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
you get 5 or you get one of any color.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But if I'm assuming you have like 6 lands at that point, so like you tap 1 for 5 and you tap.
I'd personally love to see this Golos post deck, so if Justin wins round 1, I think we might try to put him on. I see a lot of 4-color Leo, though.
I do not think Thran Query.
Yeah, Thran Quarry is not the right one. I know there are 2 versions of the card. One's indestructible, and it's from Amonkhet, and then there's another copy that isn't indestructible, and it's from Odyssey.
Yeah.
But I don't know either of their names. Maybe we can...
How we doing on time?
Yeah, 4 minutes left in round.
Alright.
Alright, so I can hit you. Would you like to be asked some Magic the Gathering trivia?
If you got trivia questions,
I've got a few trivia questions.
I will probably suck at these.
We'll try our best.
All right.
Let's see. Oh no. I might have lied to you. I might have lost my trivia questions in changing
No.
of phones.
Brand something. Let's see if I can look that up while you're doing that.
Yeah, it's not Thran.
No.
Or at least the ones I'm not thinking of. The ones I'm thinking of aren't the Thrawn.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Yeah, I think I lost my trivia questions.
Oh, no.
Unfortunate. Let's see. Scryfall.
Is not Thran, I believe. There only seems to be one Threnland, and that is the Dynamo.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's the one. Cascading Cataracts.
Cascading Cataracts is the one from Amonkhet, yeah. Yeah, and that's the better one, just because it's indestructible.
Trivia question: explain Pantic. I fail.
That would be a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we can talk about
State of Legacy.
Save Legacy, or you can talk about your. You can
Oh,
do a
I
quick
could talk about
tournament.
my
Yeah,
top eight
yeah, you top
experience.
8 event.
My Legacy
Yeah, you just
experience.
we played 6 rounds, right?
I played 8 rounds. Yeah, it was 7-round Swiss.
7 rounds
And
Swiss.
then a top
You
8.
get
So I played 7 rounds,
you played 7, yeah.
technically. I drew
Yeah.
the last Swiss round.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, I played Hogak in the recent, Crystal Quarry is the other one from Odyssey.
Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know, in the recent Legacy 4K that Mox ran last Saturday, I played Hogak, and I was able to get to top 8, just barely, right
Yeah.
after I get...
Were you featured in the Swiss at all?
round 2.
Okay, yeah.
So
I
was
mean, we got
featured in the Swiss
video
round
coverage
2,
of that.
and I was featured in the top 8, losing to James Johnson.
Yeah.
So
That's a rough matchup.
yeah, it's tough. James really, and he's good at Storm, and he had good draws, and it's a hard matchup in the first place.
Okay.
So those 3 on top of each other really were just pretty brutal.
Right. Plus, I think the new build.
That Witchclaw Talisman is gas.
Yeah. So, spoiler for the event. 2 Storm decks made top 8. Both were playing 2 to 3 copies of Witchclaw Talisman.
Yeah.
And if you watch James Johnson through the top 8, each of the games, Witchclaw Talisman is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was talking with James Johnson about Witchclaw Talisman,
Mhm.
and for the most part, it's like, it almost seems like pretty much a strictly better Grim Tutor. Because it only costs a singular black in the total of 3. 2, when ad nauseing it only costs you 2 life instead of 3.
Mhm.
And then when casting it, it doesn't cost you another 3 life.
right.
So it's significantly cheaper life-wise, makes ad nauseum a lot more reasonable.
Yeah.
But it's also just like, you can play it turn 2 against a lot of decks and just have 1 mana Demonic Tutor on a stick for your next turn.
Right.
Which makes it really hard to not combo, honestly.
Right.
How good of an effect that is.
Yeah, there's not that many main deck answers to
Yeah.
an artifact right now,
Especially out of Storm, you know?
or like against Storm.
Yeah, against Storm.
Like if you're playing against James Johnson, right, and I'm playing like 4-color controller, something that would even have an answer like Abrupt Decay or Cold Guns Command,
Yeah.
right? I'm not prioritizing keeping him with Abrupt Decay in that matchup.
That, and if they use it on the same turn they play it, you just don't get to Abrupt Decay.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
They just, like, activate it in response.
Right.
And the card's really good. So
it's not like they're going to keep in Abrupt Decay or board in Abrupt Decay.
Oh, yeah. It'd be not great. So in the Legacy event, I played against Rug Delver round 1. And for the most part, this Hogak deck, from what I've seen, the big upside to it is that it just doesn't lose to Delver. Between the fact that it basically never runs out of things to do, because you have Bloodghast, they constantly come back, Grave Crawlers. If they force your Hogak, you just cast Hogak again. There's just Vengevines. It's infinite value, so Delver never really gets to tempo you out of the game, you know?
Yeah, but there's nothing really worth forcing.
It's like, what do you force, a Altar or a Stitcher Supplier? Like, neither of those...
I guess Altar is the most forcible thing.
Altar is about the most forcible thing, and that just doesn't feel the best, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel bad, but it's not amazing.
Right.
And that's the best thing to force in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
So, round 1 played against Rug Delver. I beat that in 2. It's a fantastic matchup. Round 2 was on camera. I was against Bomberman. I got the Chalice.
Bombed.
I was bombed. I mainly lost to Chalice though. I think that's the big thing I've noticed out of this deck, out of the Hogak deck, is it really folds to Chalice.
Mm-hmm.
Such a so much of the deck relies on 1 mana cards, and it's just hard. I think I would rather see my opponent having a Grafdigger's Cage than a Chalice. Just because...
Well, you can cast the Hogak.
Yeah, and you can cast Hogak, you can cast creatures out of your hand that way.
Yeah, you can just get
It's a relatively reasonable beatdown deck, especially with Bridge. I think that's one of the big things, is it just abuses Bridge so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, best thing to force are your own cards.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but so
It's like dredge, but you're casting things in your graveyard matters, but doesn't really matter.
exactly. That's the big thing. Is like your graveyard matters, but also your hand matters.
Yeah.
It's like all the things matter. So after round 2, I'm 1-1. Not a great opener for a big tournament like this. 7 rounds. You don't really
Right.
want to be losing the second round, but kept going on. Was able to win out the rest of the tournament up until the last round where I drew with Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Some highlights was I got to play against a Jund Hogak list.
Okay.
That was pretty sweet. I was able to take that one just barely. Both of us had 2 Leyline of the Void, and it just turned into anemic beatdowns the game.
And then, like, none of the creatures can block either, right? So it's just like a
Exactly.
just like a straight race.
It was funny. My Hedron Crabs got me there because he played like 1/1s and then just slammed Hedron Crab and blocked
you
it with
just
the
block
O2.
him.
Yeah,
Nice.
there you go. So that was really funny. Honestly, that mirror might have been the highlight of the tournament for me. That was pretty hilarious.
Did you get up to 8 creatures in play to cast a Hogak? Or 7?
I got close. I got to 5.
Okay.
And I actually had the Hogak in hand. I was very much considering whether or not it was worth it, but I think it was worth it to just trade with my opponent's creatures most of the time, you know?
Yeah, probably true.
So yeah, highlights were that. I played against a mono blue Delver list that was pretty sweet, playing Brazen Borrower and like Terramanders and Stifles.
Yeah, that was an interesting list.
It really was. I think Terramander has a place in Legacy, honestly.
I really like. So when I was playing Blue Red Phoenix, that was just like turbo your land. Terramander was great
I believe it.
because you could go from literally no instance to I activate this for 1 in like
A turn.
in
2
like
turns.
like a turn.
Yeah. It's not a high bar, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's a 5/5.
Yeah.
Like 5/5s are real.
Right. Like people were starting to pick it up, and then Ren and 6 happened.
Yeah, that definitely made it hard to justify.
But I mean, the fact that you could just go like blue 5/5.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you could just hold it.
It's just like mono blue Delver getting to play with Gurmag Angler, but it also has flying.
Yeah, exactly.
And they stack better than Gurmag Angler.
Yes, that's true.
It
doesn't work with your fetches, but
yeah, it's unfortunate, but there's only so much you can ask for, you know?
yeah, exactly.
You can't have it all.
You can't have literally mono blue flying Gurmag Angler
Exactly.
or like Tomb Soccer, right?
That would be kind of a problem.
That would be
just a little bit.
Yeah, we already have Delver and True Name.
Delver's enough, and True Name. Yeah, True Name's probably pushing it already.
Yeah.
Another card I wanted to see a lot of is Hex Drinker. I haven't seen a few of them, but every once in a while I have seen them, and it seems like it kind of gets there a lot of the time.
It depends. Like they were playing him as like a 1 or 2 of in like the Rug Delver.
Okay.
Before they've sort of sidetracked to the Hooting Mandrills again.
Oh, they've started playing Hooting Mandrills now. I haven't seen that. That seems good though.
From the Trios event that happened at the SCG.
Okay.
So they've started reincorporating a few Stifles in the deck, and in doing so, they also went back to Hooting Mandrills.
I love Stifle. Any deck that's like going back to Stifle is thumbs up for me. So that's good.
Really good in the mirror, right? And same with I think Hooting Mandrills.
Hooting Mandrills just like seems great in a Ren and 6 meta.
Yeah,
it's like your opponent plays Ren and 6 and you slam a 4/4 trample.
I mean, it's a little poor versus like Tarmogoyfs, but
it's fair. Although early game, you can probably get Tarmogoyfs to be small enough, especially if you're able to exile cards that like your opponent doesn't have with the Hooting Mandrills.
Yeah, like if your Ren gets countered and they don't have a
you
Ren,
can eat it up.
Yeah, maybe I can see that.
It's always worth considering.
Yeah.
And that little bit of time looks like we're 6 minutes over.
We're getting
next round's going up now.
Yeah,
so
we'll get it all ready. Looking for Leo or the Golos Post.
Golos Post for sure.
Or Golos Post versus Leo.
Possibly Storm.
Saw
a few requests for Storm in there. I wouldn't mind getting Hogak on.
Yeah, I would love to see the Hogak deck because I'm considering it for Eternal Weekend.
I'm a little bit biased, so
yeah,
I'll always try and put it on.
All right, just waiting for those pairings to get printed off here.
A little bit longer. If anyone has any ideas for what they want to see, again, continually put it into the chat. We are watching.
Yeah. All right. We are getting the pairings
Here we
right
are.
here. Boom. Well,
Greg, it seems one.
yeah.
Do we want to get Greg on?
We could do that. I was just seeing where's our Golos Plus guy. We could do
Justin.
it's Golos versus Leo though.
It's Golos versus Leo. We have to put that on, right?
Yeah.
It's the two decks. Golos Post versus Leovold. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
We're,
All right.
we're going to put that on.
Yeah.
They haven't won round one. They're both 0 points, but that
We gotta
sounds
show
so
this.
sweet. This is going to be a treat. Post v Leovold, 4-color. I'm ready. So we're going to have Justin Harala on Post. Oh boy. Ready?
I am. What am I ready for?
The fantastic matchup we're about to have on camera.
I don't. I'm not. No.
Judge isn't ready, boys. It's unfortunate. Golos is a 3/5, confirmed bigger than Leovold. It's a true fact. I don't know if it's worth it, though. Golos costs...
Bigger numbers.
It's a bigger number. In fact, the power isn't a bigger number, though. Not a faster clock.
Combined total.
It is a bigger combined total. Any of y'all see the article about development of new standard cards like Golos and Field of the Dead?
What?
Did you get to read the article about the development of like Golos and Field of the Dead and other standard cards?
No.
Put out a pretty interesting article about how Field of the Dead got to where it was at and how Golos got to where it was at. It was written by Melissa Tora.
I should read that. I'm still waiting to see where Sean Canese is. Hopefully he didn't like have to leave or something.
That would be unfortunate if he had to leave.
Yeah.
I really hope he didn't have to. And we got Justin Harala on the right.
Though we do have someone with a bye, so worst case scenario, he would get thrown in
Yeah, that's not bad.
probably.
Who's...
That would.
That's how you spell that last name.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already got it. Perfect.
Figure out where the heck Sean went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen him unless he's like in the restroom or something.
I haven't seen him anywhere in the building.
He was here earlier.
He did play round one.
Maybe the restaurant?
Yeah.
Check that.
Oh. Okay.
I mean,
It's your call if you want to wait here, grab a new table.
Trying to track down Sean now. Unlucky, huh? We might put a substitute match on for y'all if we can't find Sean. Would be unfortunate. I really wanted to see this Leovold deck and this Golos deck. It looks like swapping out will be the case. See what Mike has deemed to be our new matchup. Boo indeed. Boo indeed, Andy. Yep, for anyone who hasn't visited the Seattle area, definitely make it a thing to stop by Card Kingdom. There's one in Ballard, one in Bellevue. Both fantastic stores. Have a restaurant attached to them where you can play all the board games you want. And consistently Magic tournaments all throughout the week if you check the schedule. Modern, Draft, Standard, Legacy, all happen consistently every single week. So whatever you enjoy playing Magic, you probably end up playing it here.
We're switching it up.
All right, what match did we get?
Greg's.
Fantastic. I was hoping we'd get Greg's as a replacement.
And
All
the
right.
versus Snow. So.
Is this the same Snow deck?
What?
Who's Greg against?
It's Alian.
Greg's 1-0 too, right?
Yeah.
Greg won round 1?
Yep.
Perfect. So we're going to see Jeskai Ascendancy Emery.
Yep.
And he is against...
Alian. This is right. Yeah, no, this is right.
Alien Salvador.
Yep. Boom.
Okay.
And I believe he's on 4-color Snow.
I'm glad. 4-color Snow will give this a good matchup. On the right, we see Greg looking at an opener. There's some Snapcasters in there doing some good stuff. Alien opening on the trusty turn 1 Astrolabe. Oh, good old reliable.
Yep.
Alien is 1 round 1 as well, right?
Yes. Boom.
Chalice. Yeah, that's a big game. I'm kind of surprised Greg actually gets away with Chalice in this deck. Is he not playing Ponder Brainstorm?
No.
No Ponder, no Brainstorm.
Nope.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. I mean, did you ever expect to see Greg Mitchell pack away Brainstorm and Ponder and play Chalice?
Not really, honestly.
Yeah, right?
This is pretty surprising. I was expecting the hyper-aggressive, like, tutor or cantrip all the way into your combo kind of deck.
Yeah. Turns out you probably don't need it. Yeah, there's a force.
The thing is, though, Emery just lets him recast this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yes.
It'll come back if it's really that big of a deal to Alien. And I think if he's forcing it, it's got to be, right?
Yep. I mean, Alien has another force in hand and a Jace.
And a Snapcaster.
Yep.
Not running out of gas anytime soon right now. Greg already has the Jeskai Ascendancy. Are those Terramanders on the left? There's no way those are Terramanders, right?
Those are the Emrys, I think.
Or those are the Emrys.
I think
Okay.
he has Emrys.
Double Emery's good then. Also has an Ancient Tomb in hand.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised to see that as well.
I mean, that's going along with like the Chalice plan,
Okay.
right?
That
and
makes
you
sense.
can just like
turn 1ing a Chalice wins a lot of
you
games.
just cast Emery turn 2.
Yeah.
You know, like, what do you think's more? You've played a lot of 2 and a blue.
I have played a lot of 2 and a blue spells, indeed.
Right, and they're like a roughly equivalent power to a 1/2, right?
Yeah, probably. You know, a 1/2 that like taps to let you cast all the things ever.
Yeah.
Show and tell might be a little bit better.
It might be.
Just a little bit. No, that's
Sai.
Sai, okay.
Sai.
Fantastic. Modern All-Star. Here we are. Who needs Battle for Phyrexia? Or is it Mirrodin Besiege? That's the card.
Yeah.
So weird that that's a card now.
So, Alien is considering forcing it.
I think you got it, right?
Yeah.
Alien just doesn't have the value to compete with, like, what this Sai is going to do.
Yep.
That's big. That's 4 cards down from Alien. He's sitting on, like, 2 cards, but is about to slam Jace.
Jace is good.
Jace is big good, for sure. That'll be a lot of value. He's going to need this Jace, too, because he has 1 card left in hand after it.
Yep.
Greg staring down that Jace, wondering how he's going to beat it. Probably already has a plan, though.
It's probably just playing Emery.
That's probably true. Do we know if that's a Emery or just a second Sai?
I saw an Emery.
You saw an Emery specifically. Okay.
Yeah. I saw a flash of that sword.
Ooh, interesting. He's upticking the Jace. Choosing to do that possibly in defense of a Bolt? I can't imagine there being Bolt out of Greg's deck after he slams a turn 1 Chalice, or Chalice someone though,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. So I believe there is a second Sai in here that's coming.
Yep, right there.
But that's a K command in hand.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, that Bobble is gonna... Bobble looks at one card in your opponent's hand, right?
Yep, at random.
At random.
And the other thing too is they don't get to see what card you see. The Bobble often is.
We're using headset mics.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that they're sounding bad. Maybe we have them too close or something.
Yeah, is it?
They don't seem like bad mics.
No, they've been working on getting the quality on this. Maybe I need to put it more in the mouth.
They don't
in front
sound
of my
bad to us. Maybe it's something
Yeah.
with the Twitch codecs that are making it sound a little bit weird.
Yeah. All right, so we got a couple Thopters.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, it's hard. There's a lot of background noise in the store. We don't have a booth to be in. We're actually just like behind us are a bunch of players playing Magic. In front of us are a bunch of players playing Magic. And we
Yeah.
have some cloths around us to make it so you can't see them. But we are surrounded by a very active game store. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit of noise pollution that we just can't fight.
Yeah, there's no real good place like a sequestered room. That is a really poor hit, but
At least it's got the bobble.
yeah.
It's not really that important to hit anything, though. He already has everything he needs, right?
Yeah.
Salvador is just so far behind, though. Greg has...
He's got the
a
Jace.
lot on the
Well, I mean
board.
that is a K command in hand, right?
I can't quite tell.
Well, there's a Renin 6.
6. Renin 6 just doesn't do anything here, though.
No. They like offs the token, but that's
Yeah, I don't know, Salvador... Not a whole lot to do.
oh. Okay.
Looks like we will see this K command, though. Ooh, was able to get that Jeskai Ascendancy. That's big.
Yeah.
That's really big. But this Sai is going to let him draw a lot of cards, so... Might not even be enough.
Well, you have to sacrifice 2 artifacts to draw a card.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was 1 artifact. My
No.
bad.
I think it's 2.
It's probably 2. 1 artifact would be a bit busted.
All right, Greg is going to
Yeah.
bobble see the card.
This is notably going to give Greg 2 cards next turn.
Yeah.
Love these baubles. Ooh, Lotus Petal is actually a big one. I didn't even realize this deck got out of Legacy. Emery with
Yeah.
Lotus Petal sounds disgusting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg has just a lot of value, and this Sai is like so much repeating value. And unlike Young Pyromancer, does not die to these Renin 6s.
Yeah.
I think Sai's a 1/4, actually.
Yeah.
Sending in, this is probably pointing at one of the Planeswalkers, I would guess. No
Mhm.
real reason to go to the face right now. Greg doesn't really have the clock to justify that.
So it's interesting. Had he thought about Kolaghan's Command, which, to be fair, like we probably haven't had to think about Kolaghan's Command for a while. If he had Urza's bobbled on his turn, he would have had the extra card in hand to protect the Jeskai Ascendancy.
That would have been big, actually. You're right.
Except then Alian could have shattered one of the Thopters to cut the Mox Opal off, but...
I'm not sure how much of a problem that is, though, you know?
Right.
I guess Emery still dies, so you don't get to cast stuff from the graveyard.
Right.
Priority number 1 is definitely killing Emery there. It's interesting to see Wizards slowly bring back this affinity for artifacts mechanic without naming it. And first, Gearseeker Serpent that got it, now Emery.
Yeah. Yeah. Tyrant Scorn, I believe, is the card, and a Jace, and a Fetch Land,
Ooh.
and a Snapcaster.
I love Tyrant Scorn. I think that card's underplayed in Legacy.
Yeah. But I mean, there's your answer to the sigh, right?
Yeah, it's an answer to Psy. It answers so much in Legacy.
Right.
Going up, getting back those lands, doing what control decks do best.
We're probably
Renin
seeing a
Engine.
sack. Yeah, sack those to draw a card.
That makes sense. I think there was an Ascendancy ripped off the top.
Oh, okay. We're
Snap
gonna.
K command.
Yeah.
Okay. Greg's certainly not happy to see that.
Get two Thopters.
Still gonna keep
Or
his
he's gonna get a Thopter and discard the card you drew.
Oh, it's Urza.
Oh,
Ooh,
that was
Greg definitely wanted that card.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Allian hitting hard.
Going in, pick off the Renin 6. Poke that Jace a little. Oh, there is that Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, those Thopters are flying, but
Yeah.
he's probably not going to block a Snapcaster Mage with a 1/4.
That would be questionable.
Greg just has a land.
Yeah, that is not what Greg wanted to see.
No, Greg is drawing these lands at the wrong time, right? He's drawing the gas when he's getting K commanded.
Indeed. Can cash in those 2 Thopters for a card. I'm not sure if it would be worth it, though.
No, not in this deck, and like you can expect Allian to have like some sort of edict effect or you know.
Life totals are right at the top of the screen underneath the scoreboard. It's 15 to 16 right now. They're a little bit cut off, but you can kind of make them out.
Yeah. Tyrant Scorn.
Yep.
Kill the Psy.
I wonder if it's worth it to cash. It's probably even less worth it to cash in those Thopters then, huh?
Yeah.
You really need to keep
I
that
think we're
board
doing.
presence.
Yeah, we're doing.
This game was at one point looking so dominant for Greg, though. I'm surprised it's gotten to this point.
Yeah, I think he just had that window, and now Jace is doing Jace stuff.
Yeah. He drew the good cards when they got K commanded and then drew lands. There's a new Psy. And a Lotus Petal. Okay. I mean, we're rebuilding.
Yeah. I think it was really that one
turn.
One turn he had. If he had bobbled, he might have been able to slam the Just Guy Sin to see the next turn, and then.
Carry that to victory.
I mean, I guess it still doesn't do anything because the Emery's dead.
Yeah, I mean, you get to loot away all your lands with these Lotus Petals.
Right.
Makes it a little bit quicker to rip through.
He gives them +1/+1 too, right?
It gives your creatures +1/+1, so
the Jace would have been dead by now.
Yeah,
right?
probably. It's those little decisions that really do make big impacts later in the game in Legacy.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that makes it such a good format. Choosing to use that last counter to pick up the Snapcaster, recast Tyrant Scorn.
Yeah.
This is especially good because Salvador Allian has another Jace in his hand.
Yep.
Pretty happy to get rid of it. And
a Balefstrix.
Yeah.
This looks like it's running out of control for 4-color Snow deck.
Allian's got to be thrilled for this situation.
Greg just draws and passes.
Yeah, probably a 0-mana artifact or land. There's the Jace, though. Really didn't want to see that one.
I mean, you can assume it's coming when you're ready to kill your own Jace.
Exactly. Greg does not have a lot of time. That's a 3-turn clock.
Brainstorm off the Badlands thanks to Arkham's Astrolabe.
Love Arkham's Astrolabe. I'm kind of surprised that you didn't need to feed Snow Mana into Astrolabe.
Yeah.
You know? When I first read it, I thought you had to feed Snow Mana into it along with casting it with Snow Mana. But being
and then just makes more sense, and it would have been a more fair card.
A little bit fairer, yeah. I mean, it still would be pretty busted.
But yeah.
But it's so good. It's so good. See a Force of Will there. See a lot of other stuff. Does not want, though.
What is time in the round anyway?
Yeah, Greg taking a look at the clock, seeing if he should just concede, save himself the time. I wouldn't blame him if he did. Oh, so I used to play this in a pauper deck. We used to play
What
this
is
in the
this?
Infinite Pauper deck. Whenever you play a artifact, you get to untap it.
Oh, the Mirren Spy.
Yeah, Mirror and Spy. Whenever you play an artifact, he untaps.
You untap a creature.
Oh, you untap a yeah. You untap a creature.
Yes.
So
So obviously it's another Jeskai Ascendancy for Emery, basically.
yeah, it's fantastic. And it's easier to cast Jeskai Ascendancy too. You can cast it off Island Ancient Tomb.
Yeah, exactly.
Same lands you need to cast Emery and Psy. It's pretty big.
What is the power toughness on that thing? It might actually be relevant.
I can't remember. I want to say it's a 1/3.
That would be very relevant.
Mirror and Spy. It's a 1/3. Yeah.
That's very relevant.
Mhm.
That just took a 3-turn clock and made it a 9-turn clock.
Yeah, it did. If Alien wants to do it, he can attack with the Snapcaster, and Greg will probably block, and then he can use the Renin 6 in his hand to shoot off the Mirror and Spy. Might be worth it.
Yeah.
Moving that life pad onto the
Yeah.
table a little bit easier to see. Rips Ancient Grudge. Or not Ancient Grudge,
Abrupt Decay.
Abrupt Decay, yeah.
And he has a force to
That
go.
probably marks the end of this game.
Yeah.
Yep. Between that and the Force, this
Yeah.
game is over.
And while we're at it, why not just...
Throw down the Renin 6.
Yeah.
Maybe throw a ping to the dome.
Yeah. Shoot you.
See what Greg finds. Finds that he should pack it up.
Yeah.
Go to game 2. Salvador taking game 1. All right, so these players are going to board. Both players probably going to board pretty heavily. Would be my guess.
So, I mean, like, the surgical effects are probably really good here.
Yeah,
Right? Out
definitely.
of for
Yeah, Greg with that Blood Moon. Ooh, casket, glass casket at the end there.
Yeah, I like those glass caskets.
I wonder, that's an interesting one to bring in. Is it just because he can cast it off Emery, so it's better?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
People are playing more oofs than, like, null rods.
Yeah.
And there's just more hate-berry creatures that are getting played than, like, other effects.
Very true. Hey, we still found a Leovold deck.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
lot more standard of a Leovold deck, but it is a Leovold deck.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I don't know if there's Leovold in this deck. Probably is like one.
No, I saw 2.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw 2
Okay.
specifically out of Alien.
Okay.
It's interesting. I wonder if it is worth it. Glass Casket, an interesting like design space that they took. They pretty much always left that kind of effect for enchantments.
Yeah.
I was really surprised to see they put it on an artifact, even a colored artifact.
Yeah, I guess like the boundaries, like,
Yeah,
kind of
merging a little bit.
merging. Like there's a gray area.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it, just because like it already felt like enchantments are kind of worse artifacts a lot of the time.
Right. It's weird. Like now we have planeswalkers that are like enchantments, and we have
Yeah, it is weird.
from like Theros we have enchantments that are also artifacts.
Enchantments that are creatures.
Enchantments that are creatures. Now we have artifacts that are very enchantment-y.
Yeah. I mean, Glass Casket specifically there is an enchantment that is exactly what Glass Casket does, but an enchantment.
Right. That's like silk wraps, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Gotta be careful about those ones.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Apologize to anyone else wearing headsets.
Hopefully we didn't blow out too many eardrums.
Yes.
That mat Greg uses is great.
The
Honestly,
Crucible.
the Crucible of Worlds.
It's probably one of the better ones. I'm excited this year for Eternal Weekend. It does, the mats are Survival and Mox Diamond.
Ooh, old Mox Diamond art, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. The Dan Frazier art.
And I
All
believe the VIP, which I'm not doing, is Moat.
Ooh, that's going to be a hard one for me to pass up on. I love
Are
Moat.
you going to Eternal Weekend this year?
I am.
Nice.
I will be able to be found there.
Nice. I'm excited for Vintage.
I'm
Got quite the shakeup.
Honestly, I'm excited for Legacy.
You going to Hogak?
I'm going to Hogak.
I'm considering it.
I'm going to gack some people.
Yeah.
I'm really liking this Hogak deck.
I really like Turbo Depths, but man, between
It's so known, you know?
Between the 4K and like GP, my performance has been
Not what you want it to be.
yeah.
There's a
Like
lot of
they
people
like
ready
the-
for the deck, you know?
Yeah. Like I feel I have good plans for things. But
Sometimes it doesn't work out.
yeah. I did good at the trios. That was fine. Like the deck did good at the trios. So
Yeah. I think combo decks and team trios are downright the best thing to be playing,
I agree.
just because of the format.
In the legacy seat, there's a lot of burn that shows up
Hmm.
as like the extra deck, right?
Okay, yeah, just because like a lot of people
A
need
lot
to
of people
find a
play
legacy player.
standard and modern, and they're like, "Here's
Here's
your
legacy
legacy.
burn.
Here's burn."
Yeah,
Right. And
very
so
true.
and Turbodeps is exactly what I want to be playing there.
Yeah, Sneak and Show also happy to see burn.
Yeah.
Storm less happy to see burn, but not that unhappy to see burn.
Right. Especially if you're like a solid.
Hmm.
Um,
You're a good Storm pilot.
right.
That's unfortunate. The 4K was fantastic.
Yeah.
We got a great turnout, but more people is always good. Karkin will be running more of them though.
Yeah. So I believe the next 3K, maybe 4K, is like January.
Yeah, so I think they're guaranteed 3Ks and possibly 4Ks based on attendance.
Right.
I think it's like if they break 80 people, they might make it a 4K. But
And before that, there is going to be a 1K in November.
yeah, there will be a Legacy 1K here in Ballard.
Right.
Man,
Greg is in the tank on this hand.
I see an Urza, a Thirst for Knowledge, and a Mirren Spy.
I believe there were 2 Urzas.
Ooh, and gets the turn 1 Chalice on the play. That's fantastic. Alien has to force this, right?
Yeah, I mean, his hand is. I think he's just thinking about what. Oh, okay, he has to. That might be his only blue card.
I think there's a Leovold as well.
Okay, so he's thinking about what to pitch. I don't know if I liked.
Pitching the Ponder.
Yeah.
Okay,
so he-
Astrolabe. The top deck Astrolabe saved him with that
Yeah.
fetch, or with that pitch. Yeah.
I didn't see the second land. I thought he was just on one lander.
Yeah. Finds
Because
the
he has
basic swamp.
this is a volcanic island in hand
Ooh,
too.
okay.
So
Yeah, I didn't see that actually. See a engineered explosive off the top for Greg. Not really what he wants to be doing, but like he has a fetch, so he can just play Mirren Spy.
he. Do you think there's a world where the right play is to blow up the Astrolabe?
Tarn can't get swamped.
Oh, yep. 1 second.
Thank you for noticing that. I forgot it's not a prismatic vista. May have to do a little bit of rewinding here. I don't know if we're going to be able to fix this, but the judge is going to need to come for sure. Guess they're just going to swap it out for an island and say that's good enough. And it's a weekly, so it's probably fine. He did technically draw a card off Astrolabe after fetching the swamp, but it probably doesn't matter. It's a weekly.
Yeah. Should I go?
I think the players can call the judge if they want it.
I mean, Greg okay.
If Greg okayed it, I don't think it's a problem. It's a weekly, you know?
Yeah. Mirren Spy. I mean, there's an Astrolabe in place, so the mana is going to be perfect anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't really matter what it is. Although, honestly, I think that an island is better than a swamp. He can't fetch the snow swamp off a Scalding Tarn.
Yeah, it was Scalding Tarn.
Yeah. It was not a prismatic vista, it was a Scalding Tarn. Oh, giving us a good view of his hand. Got a Thirst for Knowledge in there. That Thirst for Knowledge is going to be gas next turn, I think.
Yeah.
If Greg doesn't rip the land for the Urza, that Thirst for Knowledge is going to do some work.
It's so back to my point before I had to get up. Is there a world where you EE on one and blow up the Astrolabe?
You know, there might be, especially with like his opponent only having 2 colors here.
Right.
That's worth thinking about. You're right. I hadn't even considered it. Thirst for Knowledge has got to be better, though, right?
I mean, here, yes. But I was saying, like, the previous turn, instead of playing
Oh.
Mirren Spy, right, you just go, boom.
That might have been worth it instead of Mirror and Spy,
Yeah.
honestly. Gets the thirst blasted, sadly, but gonna use the other bobble, the modern legal
Yeah.
bobble.
He's missing his untap trigger.
Oh, he did. Greg, your pseudo-vigilance. It probably won't matter. Now it definitely won't matter.
Nope.
He can't do that though, right? Like,
No,
He
yeah, that
doesn't-
resolves. He just says that resolves.
it resolves. Greg gonna let him undo it,
Sure.
but definitely didn't have
Revolt.
Yeah, questionable.
Yeah, he can. It does nothing. Yeah, Greg just being a nice guy.
Yeah, again, it's a pretty nice community here, and it's a weekly.
Yeah.
Not too serious about everything, especially just coming up after the big event.
Trying to tell me Greg's not taking things a little seriously with this.
Well, he's got to be taking it extremely seriously. This
Yeah.
deck, if he 4-0s with this, boom,
Yeah.
instant success.
Does the Mirren Spy fly?
I think I see flying right there.
Yeah,
right?
it looks like it.
Yeah, it
I
does
mean,
have flying.
Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I didn't even realize that, but it's relevant. Where's that Leovold? Is it in play?
Yeah, the Leovold's in play.
Okay.
Greg is drawing absolute garbage.
I mean, Leovold's like
Nice.
the ultimate hoser here, right? Greg just doesn't get to combo with Leovold in play.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. Greg still gets like pretty much infinite +1/+1, right? Because Emery still gets untapped. I know the Jeskai Ascendancy looting is a May.
Yeah. But his hand is 2 Urzas and 3 Jeskai Ascendancies when he has 1 Ancient Tomb and an Island in play.
Yeah, this is pretty brutal. Really hurting for a second island.
Really hurting for anything.
Yeah.
Anything that isn't just another Jeskai
Cards
Ascendancy.
that play Magic.
Yeah.
He's already down to 7 too. With an
Yeah.
Ancient Tomb in play, that's very considerable.
Okay.
There's the land, but you know that being a fetch land, Greg is going to go down to 4 after casting Urza.
Yeah, Ancient Tomb has a cost.
It really does, especially in these games that last a little bit longer. You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we find the Tundra.
Makes sense.
Yeah. There's the Urza. And the bright side is Greg has so much now.
That is going to resolve.
Yeah. Tyrant Scorn.
It does not answer Urza.
No, it doesn't.
It answers the construct. I mean, this 1/1 construct.
Yeah, I mean, it can bounce either. Honestly, bouncing Urza might be enough at this point. With the Ancient Tomb, Greg can only recast it once.
It's true. And he has the Abrupt Decay too for the tokens.
Yeah, and that Renin 6, if he goes to do that, Renin 6 is a real threat.
I mean, Renin 6 already is, right? You just tick down.
Renin 6 has enough counters already to just kill Greg.
Yeah.
Everything was stopped.
He's getting the text on Urza, looks like.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Greg has Russian Urzas.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Sebastian, if you ever get the chance to stop by up here, you're always welcome.
Yeah.
We love seeing new faces. We love getting stream watchers on the stream as well.
Yeah. It's always nice to, like, randomly run into people at GPs and be like,
yeah.
hey. And they are like, we love your stream. And I'm like,
Yeah, we're glad
cool.
to produce content for
Yeah.
everybody. And it
It's
really
always
is
nice to meet people who watch.
Exactly. And it's a community-run stream, so it's like...
Yeah. The creature next to Urza is Mirren Spy.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
What a card.
He's adding a blue mana.
Legacy All-Star Mirren Spy. Oh, he can use this Mirren Spy to do some degenerate stuff, huh?
He's gonna. Oh, he can E on 1 to the Astrolabes.
That's big game. Alien deciding what to do here.
Is he doing it on 1 or is he doing it on 0? I think he's doing it on 0.
I think it's on 0 too.
Yeah.
I think he's just using it as a Moxen right now. Mox Sapphire. That also untaps the construct.
What's that last? Was he considered like playing another Urza? I think he's just trying to get the constructs big enough to threaten the Leovold.
Yeah, I think so. Deciding to abrupt decay the Mirren Spy now. The engine is gone.
Yep.
Definitely
I mean, he still
not
gets the
what Greg
trigger.
wanted to see happen, but he will get the trigger indeed. Only has 1 mana floating though. He can only make blue mana. That triple Jeskai Ascendancy in his hand. Not feeling great.
No.
This seems like Greg's deck really did dirtle out pretty hard. It's unfortunate.
Yep. Force the will to draw.
Would have loved to see it do its thing, but I guess we can watch Modern for that.
Yeah. Probably a little bit better home for it there.
Just a little bit. Home without Force of Wills to fight back.
Now he has Revolt. So
Yep. It's going
And,
down. Had to block the Leovold.
I like the tick down here.
Mm-hmm. Red and 6 probably going down.
Yeah. Boom. You're
To
at
the
3.
dome.
So now Greg basically cannot tap this Ancient Tomb and pass.
Yeah. He's got to win the turn if he's going to cast it.
It has
Is that a Mox Opal off the top? That's not enough. I think we are going to see Greg getting taken down in 2 by the classic 4-color control. The snow is here.
Yep. Greg packs it in.
The shadow of Deathrite lives on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was round 2. We have 17 minutes left. Maybe we can try and get a backup match.
Yeah, I'll
Take
get
a
a
quick look, see if we can find anyone to put on camera, hopefully. Is the goal. Legacy is a fantastic format. I know I used to just proxy up Legacy decks with my friends before I had Legacy decks, and like it's still super fun. Especially if you just like proxy up some nice Stoneblade decks, some nice Shardless decks. Go at it, 50-minute games. There you go. Hopefully Mike Kiesel can wrangle us a player. Doing 2-0. All right, the Hogak deck is 2-0 now.
I think we got that for next round.
I think so too.
No, everyone's in the middle of a match right now, so you can
right.
just like,
That's unfortunate. We're probably going to take it back to the casters, say hi.
yeah, look at our
Welcome back.
faces. Hello.
We're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was round 2. That was pretty good. I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see the combo go off a single time.
Yeah.
I really wanted to see it just go, but
I mean, it kind of just like does the thing, and then I
Yeah.
attack you for like 40, right?
yeah, I mean,
So,
I guess it's not that special. That's fair.
Yeah.
But man, is Emery a sweet card.
yeah, there has to be a home in there
It's
somewhere.
got to be, right?
Like, we've gotten so many cards, like between Emery and Goblin Engineer, and
I think Goblin Engineer is a powerhouse of a card.
yeah, it's at that stage now. Like every single time I try to put together those lists, like it's just there's not enough room. I want all of these cards,
Yeah.
and I also want Brainstorm and Ponder. Right.
The hard part about Engineer is it doesn't really do anything on its own, you know? It's a
Right.
1-mana 1/1.
Right.
But
No, the Engineer's the 1/2. Right.
oh, Goblin Engineer is the 1/2 that tutors.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not Welder.
Right. So it just like gets it in the graveyard.
Yeah,
right.
that's better.
Yeah. I think that's
Okay.
more reasonable than Legacy right now. Like you really.
Especially since a lot of the time Goblin Welder decks want to be playing with Chalice. So Goblin Engineer lets you get around the whole Chalice on 1 problem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. All the lists look. There has to be something there, but like.
Oh, hopefully. Ooh, Fred has love mentioned Canadian Highlander. That's a great
Yeah.
format.
You like Canadian Highlander?
I'm a big fan of Canadian Highlander. We have a pretty big Canadian Highlander scene here, don't we?
Yeah, we're near Canada, so
These things happen.
yeah.
Got a lot of them infecting us with the Canadian Highlander
Yeah.
genes.
Yeah. What's your favorite Canadian Highlander deck right now? Because they've been
I don't know.
I haven't followed at the last few points.
So my last
Changes.
Canadian Highlander deck got outpointed.
Yeah.
When they increased Soul Ring and Mana Crypt to 4 each.
Mm-hmm.
So my last Canadian Highlander deck was 2 points over. So I just basically abandoned it.
Right.
Because, like, 2 points is a lot to shave, as you know. It's
Right.
like-
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm playing a pretty sweet red-white equipment Canadian Highlander deck.
Oh yeah, that deck looks sweet.
This deck is
I
hilarious.
really like the look of that
Mhm.
deck.
It's super fun. You get to play with balance. Big fan of balance as a card.
That's a good magic card.
Ain't it?
Yeah.
Really
Do you have
good
a nice
magic card.
balance?
It's a good balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. All 7 swords are in the deck,
Okay.
just because.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
I know, right?
Just waiting for the other 3 to get printed.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
All 10 will be in there when they get printed, I swear.
Okay.
It'll happen.
Alright. And like the Jit too, and
Oh yeah, we got the Jit, got the Stoneforge. I
Cool.
got to show off the little special Stoneforges.
cool. All right. Well, we got. I don't know what we want to do for the next 15 minutes. Do you want to take a break? Do you want to talk
I think we
things?
should first take like a 5-minute break. I would like to step out for a moment.
Get some water.
We'll be back very quickly, so don't go anywhere. Won't be long. And then, yeah, if you'd like to see any particular archetypes, again, put them in the chat, and when we get back, we'll see them and take it into account.
You can go to like some standings thing or.
Yep. See y'all soon.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. We're back. We don't have a tournament match for you, but we do have a Canadian Highlander match that we're going to put under the camera.
Yeah, we got some 8 minutes left in the round, but we have
Time for a Canadian Highlander game.
Yeah,
Not a tournament game, but it's going to be sweet.
yeah. We were talking about.
Canadian Highlander.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to have... Do you know what Canadian Highlander deck Greg is on right now?
I think Blue Moon.
Okay.
And Travis is, I believe, on like Esper Control things.
All right, so I thought of a Magic the Gathering trivia question for you.
Okay.
Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
See if you can get it. Do you know the first... Is that the wrong last name?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
There we go.
Can you name the first time the Planeswalker card type was mentioned on a card in Magic the Gathering?
Tarmogoyf?
There you go.
Boom.
Nice. Like 3 years before it was actually printed, right?
I believe it's the year before.
Was it only the year before? Wow.
Believe
Okay.
it's that is the time I wasn't playing, so I believe it was the year before. But
That was less far in advance than I thought then. That makes sense, though. All right, looks like they're going to be shuffling up for a new game. Time Spiral Lorwyn. Oh, yeah, there you go. Wow, that must have been a wild standard.
yeah,
Was that, like, Bitter Blossom playing at the same time as all the Future Sight cards? That sounds gross. Magical Hack?
all right, we got some crazy shuffling going on here.
Yeah,
Oh, we need to, I guess, update.
always the hardest part about, like, Canlander decks is shuffling them.
Yeah, and there's so much shuffling in the deck.
Forever true. Planeswalker as a card type is in the reminder text of Magical Hack in the original printing? It wasn't errated?
Right. I mean, maybe.
I guess it's yeah, no, it's not a card type. It says Planeswalk, but it's not a card type.
Yeah. That's the joke.
I see. I got whooshed. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Maybe there is a Jeskai Ascendancy deck in Canlander.
God, I hope so.
Play
Ascendancy,
your Emery.
Mirror and Spy, Emery.
Yeah.
Just get going.
Oh. Problem is, the number of like cheap free artifacts is really small. Like, you only get one bubble,
There's only so many.
and
One Bauble, one Mox Opal, one
yeah.
Mox Amber.
Yeah.
Academy decks in Canlander. I used to play an Academy deck in Canlander. Academy decks in Canlander are super fun. Honestly. Such a powerful card for being 1 point.
I'll be honest, I didn't really enjoy Canlander that much, but that's because I played Blue Moon.
That's fair. Canlander is super good as a brewing format. You know? I always treat it as a format to like make my own special decks in, and it's super fun for that. Throwing down the Jace. Because this isn't a tournament game, a few cards will be proxied, so it's like that sometimes. These decks, though, I imagine Greg has to have the advantage here. With the Blue Moon deck, it has just more card draw than the Esper Control decks, and
Cleaner mana base.
and also a lot of these Esper Control decks commit quite a bit of room to creature kill, and Greg just doesn't have that many creatures that matter.
Right.
So I have a feeling Travis is going to end up with a few dead cards in his hand, just because of that.
Well, you can clear that right up with
Inquisition responding with the Brainstorm. Good old whiteboard.
well, I believe that's like Korean or something fancy.
Even fancier, huh?
Yeah.
Whiteboard or Korean. I think the majority of Greg's points in this deck are used up in Ancestral Recall, I want to say.
Yes, that's
So it's probably...
Ancestral Recall, Merchant Scroll, and Dig, and like Is that it, or do you have like
Ancestral
one more,
Recall, Merchant Scroll, Dig, and
like one more point, like
Spellseeker, probably?
like library?
Library. It might be Library. Library's insane. That card being 1 point has always made me wonder.
No, or is the no? You can't play Strip Mine.
Spellseeker.
Oh, you can
Lets
play
him
the
tutor-
Spellseeker. I don't like Spellseeker. What did I have in
Personal Tutor.
Mana Drain?
Mana Drain. Yeah,
Mana
that card
Drain.
did get pointed a while ago as well. Hit him with the Burst Lightning.
Boom.
Worse than Tarmogoyf, confirmed.
That is a Collective Brutality. Just gonna take that negate.
I'd hope so.
Yep. Boom. Gone.
Treachery not doing a whole lot. This Niv Mizzet insane in this matchup, though.
Yeah, if it ever gets there.
If Greg gets to 6 mana, Travis might just have a really hard time. Ooh, that's big.
Well, that's a good one.
That's really big in the
I
control
think these
mirror.
planeswalkers need to get one. Narset is.
Narset and Ashiok, both of them, are
Did you
very
just-
good.
He's just whiffied. No, found nothing.
That's surprising.
Well, he has had mana problems, so
That's fair. There's probably quite a few lands left in the deck.
yeah. There are some creatures in the deck too, I guess.
As of the nature of like higher count decks like this, though, the swinginess of what can be is very high. You can run into like 7 land clusters, and it's not super uncommon.
I guess Travis does have this shambling vent here. He can.
Go in at the Narset, take away his chance to impulse again. Oh, just gonna shoot a Vindicated a land. How rude. How
At the
rude
Stevens.
indeed.
I like it.
I'm a fan too. Is that a
2 lands, a Logic Knot, and something else. Into the Royal.
Into the Royal? Yeah. I think you take Into the Royal here, right? Probably Logic Knot. It's a counterspell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Logic Knot. Because you're not like.
Yep.
If you're close to the bounce effect, maybe, but you're not.
Yeah. Not being able to kick it. Not even close to being able to kick it. Canadian Highlander is similar. So, Canadian Highlander, like Commander, is a 100-card singleton. However, it has no commander. But unlike Commander, instead of a ban list, Canadian Highlander actually works off a thing called a points list. So the format runs on the vintage ban list, and then a certain set of cards are pointed by the Canadian Highlander Rules Committee.
Right, so it's a vintage ban list, so that's basically just conspiracy cards,
And
anti-cards, and dexterity cards, and Scheherazade.
Yep,
Right.
exactly. So not many cards are actually banned, just the ones that you just don't get to play with in general in Magic.
Right.
Uh,
But then there's a point system, so you can't just play like
Yeah.
Black Lotus and
So-
Mock Sapphire and Ancestral Recall. It's basically you have 10 points.
Yep, every
Total.
deck gets 10 points, and you get to allot those points into cards however you like. Certain
And there's a
cards-
council that chooses the points.
Yep.
And they go up and down depending on how decks are performing.
Yeah, they're very clear about it, too. A fantastic council for it. They're very communicative and give a lot of reasoning and heads-up warnings on when and why they increase
Right.
or decrease points. It's a great community if you want to join.
That is a Mystic
Confluence.
Confluence.
Oh,
I think it was just trying to draw 3.
It might just be a draw 3, and we're probably just going to see this Logic Knotted. It's got to just be Logic
Yeah,
Knotted.
but I mean, he is resolving this Logic Knot. So, end of
Travis
turn,
has gotta
try
do
to
it.
draw 3. Oops, here's Jace. Right, and this just makes sense.
Indeed. Let me see him. Let's see. Greg sees a Fork Bolt there.
Fate Seal Greg.
Mhm.
We're on the Mana Denial plan.
Yeah, we are. Greg really does just need another land, though, in this. Nope, that was probably a land, wasn't it? Lander Recall or Cantrip.
Maybe.
Oh, was that a land? Looked like a land. Nope, it was not a land. Greg packing it up.
Yeah, so this is just some Canadian Highlander we're featuring in between
Yeah,
rounds. We're still waiting for round 2 to finish up. So
yep, this is just in between rounds.
they're shuffling their giant 100-card decks.
Yeah, the round is at negative 43 seconds, though, so we will
Okay.
definitely be seeing more Legacy soon. How much is Sapphire worth?
No, is that Sapphire worth?
Oh, how much is that Sapphire worth? Well, that Sapphire is worth probably nothing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Sapphire is a proxy. But Sapphire as a whole is not a cheap Magic card. All right, would you like some more Magic the Gathering trivia while
Sure.
we wait for the next round? I don't think these players are going to play another round, are they?
They're there.
Oh, they're there? Okay.
Hmm.
Maybe,
We can save it for later.
yeah, let's save the trivia for a little bit later then. Running it back for a round 2 of this Canadian Highlander bout. See what they get. Hopefully Greg doesn't get vindicated off his third land and finds a little bit more than 3 this time around.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Gotta love it when you vindicate points at lands.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what it's made for.
That's the point.
Well,
Yeah. Good old Stone Rain Sinkhole.
Exactly.
I've always wanted to play with Sinkhole on Legacy. Never been able to figure it out, though.
It's just not fast enough for the format anymore, sadly. Oh, well, hey, look at that.
Found the Sapphire again.
Mhm.
Ooh, and Greg has the repeal.
Yeah.
It's not super big, but cantripping the repeal is kind of nice.
Oh.
Replay the Sapphire, as expected.
Counter it, dude.
Is it worth negating a land here?
Yeah, he's trying for it.
Looks like it is. Would you cast Sinkhole there, as I guess the question?
Yeah.
Not negate was a Sinkhole.
Greg
Is Greg stuck on mana again? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So that's when I was building this deck, I was going up and up more in land and increasing the amount of 1 mana cantrips because, like, just going through the deck as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Because I was only losing the games where I got mana screwed
Yeah.
out of Blue Moon.
And as a result of just higher card count decks.
We're
mana
casting
screw.
Tithe here, and we're going to search up a Plains.
Oh, that's actual Tithe, not Mana Tithe.
No, that
just
is
Tithe.
That is just Tithe.
Oh boy, that card searches up a Plains and then it searches up 3 if your opponent has a bunch of lands, right?
I know it just has the search of Plains clause. I don't know about others.
Search your library for planes. If target opponent controls more lands, then you may search your library for an additional planes. Okay.
Okay, so you
So-
get 2 Plains.
Mini land tax in a card.
But he only gets 1.
Yeah. Greg not having more lands than Travis once again.
Yep.
These 2-lander hands are punishing for keeping. Oh, but he found the 3rd. There we go. Off to the races. And it being a red source is big game. There's the Dread Horde Anarchist.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Arcanist.
Is that a Arabian Nights Mountain? Or is it standard beta?
It's beta.
Okay.
The Arabian Nights is a little lighter of
Okay.
color.
It is the right art, though, right?
Yes, is that art.
Dread Horde Anarchist is a card that saw a lot of play in Legacy when it first came out. It seems to have died off a little bit, though. I guess people not super enthralled with it.
Arcanist?
Yeah.
Well, given the amount of Tarmogoyf that is,
Yeah.
like the more Tarmogoyfs there are, the harder it is for Arcanist to be, kind of a thing.
Probably. No, the decks aren't triple sleeve. They're just 100 cards.
Yeah.
It's not Legacy. It is Canadian Highlander. We're in between rounds. We're at -5 minutes for the round, though, so I'm sure Legacy will be coming up shortly.
There's a few snow grindy decks doing its thing. The Golos post deck that we wanted to feature
His
got
opponent show up?
his opponent didn't show up, but
Oh,
he got
no.
paired with the one opponent that was on the bye, so
Okay.
they could play. And you know who that was?
Who was that?
Pox.
Ah, brutal. All right. Yeah, it's pretty similar to EDH.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't get a lot of the degenerate combos because you don't have a commander always there to combo with, and the ban list is super different.
Mhm.
You get to play with a ton of cards that aren't legal in EDH ever. So Definitely some very distinctive features of it. Also, is a competitive format by nature, designed to be a competitive format, unlike EDH. So it's a lot more balanced for 1v1 games.
Right, because it's designed to be a 1v1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely a legacy player's EDH.
But yeah. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
And
Glad to see you here. I'm glad you enjoy the pronouns.
yeah, and we'll get back to Legacy in a second here. We're waiting for some match.
Yeah. You get to see a few of these cards are played in Legacy.
Island.
Yes. Snapcaster Mage. Small Teferi.
Since there's not played. Another island that is also played.
Small Teferi, yeah.
Yeah, it's Small Teferi.
Dread Horde. Sometimes Force of Negation if people are getting desperate.
Yeah. Own Snap.
Snapcaster Tithe.
Sure.
Other planes. There we go. I wonder if it's worth it to just search up the other planes that cycles and just cycle it. That's the thing you can do with Tithe, right? Does Tithe
I don't
need
know if he's
basic planes?
playing. No, it's any planes, but
Yeah.
the other one is like white green. I don't think he's playing it.
Oh, okay. He might be playing the only white one, though. Oh, but the only white one isn't the planes. Yeah.
Hey, right. Mm-hmm.
Throwing back down the click after it got picked up by the Teferi. Greg in a pretty commanding position in this game, though. Looking to take down Travis.
Yeah, what's in his hand?
I think there's that card from Ravnica that's a split card in one side.
Yeah, the Expansion
is-
Explosion.
yeah, Expansion
I believe that's a Mystic Confluence in hand, too.
Ooh.
And a fetch.
Yeah,
But I
it
mean,
is
he
Bloodstained
can't.
Mire.
But there's a Living Teferi is the problem.
Living Teferi is a problem, but is it really, you know? Greg has 3 creatures, Travis has none. It's going to be a struggle.
Yeah.
There's a Battle Scroll, though.
Yeah.
That turns around the 3-creature fight really quickly.
Yep.
And the click being in the air will let Greg pick off the Teferi. Big game.
Unless Travis has a removal spell, but I assume he doesn't, or like probably would have
Yeah.
fired it off by now.
Greg
Oh, you.
rubbing his hands together.
Take. Oh.
Yeah, I was supposed to keep that card hidden.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Mystic Confluence being the last one is kind of awkward because he doesn't have the mana to cast it now.
No. Oh, we got pairings.
All right. We got pairings for round 3. We probably want to put Travis on, right? He's doing well with
But he's
Hogak.
playing Brandon's Alien.
Yeah,
so
we already saw Alien.
we'll save him for the last round.
Josh is on Storm, 2-0.
I think that's
Would you all like to see Storm? I think he has talismans, Witchclaw talismans.
yeah, I think that is.
Deck is very good. Storm it up. I see 1 for Storm.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, table 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Dose.
Judge will get it for us in just a moment.
I can go grab him.
Judge's got him.
Is he?
Yep, he's on his way. We won't get White Claw tokens. It's not James Johnson playing Storm.
Yeah, sadly, James Johnson hasn't been able to come to Monday nights lately. I think his work schedule kind of changed for that.
He's been going to Thursdays, and Thursdays we stream Modern instead of Legacy. But both are played at the same time.
Yes.
So we got Josh Yandel.
Yep.
Yeah, those White Claw tokens were hard for him to make, too. He was telling me he stayed up all night the night before making those by hand. Very proud of him.
That's dedication.
Ain't it? We'll call it Witch Claw Ant for now.
I mean, they're calling it Ant Claw.
Ant Claw? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they were not coasters. They were custom made.
Yeah.
Out of cans of White Claw.
And Ian is, I believe, on this post deck, so. Not Golos post, sadly, but
Not Golos post, just regular post.
Just
Post
regular.
is going to be sweet. Ian might struggle in this matchup, though.
we'll see. I believe you have them switched too.
Oh, okay. We have a button for that.
Yes.
Ian Filippini.
No.
Philly.
McCarthy.
Oh, McCarthy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Ian on the left, Josh on the right.
Believe so. Yes.
All right. I'm excited to see this. This
Yeah.
deck is very good. Josh, not as experienced in piloting it as James, but he's 2-0, so he's clearly good with it.
Yeah.
Has been playing well at least tonight. Both of these players are in the 6-point bracket right now. Not sure what type of post deck it is yet.
So I think if it's the one that I think Ian normally plays, it's just like Karn and some main deck Sorcerer Spyglass and
Okay.
stuff like that.
We got some stuff going on then.
I think Thought here maybe.
Hopefully.
Wishclaw. I'm very interested in that card.
That card is nuts.
I've been brewing up a red splash black painter list.
With Wishclaw?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You can Wishclaw, hold priority, welder away the claw.
Yeah.
That's,
You're also a Karn deck, so if you give it to them, they can't do
just
anything.
Off. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
That could go somewhere for sure.
Yeah. And you get to play Arkham's Astrolabe, so your mana is perfect.
I've liked this like black-red painter idea for a while, between being able to entomb and like welder in that stuff.
You got Goblin Engineer too.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting raided by Cliffy.
Welcome everybody.
Yeah,
56
welcome.
people.
Boom.
We're starting round 3 of our
Just
Monday
in time.
Night Legacy.
Just in time for round 3.
Yep.
Boom.
Perfect
We got
time to join.
Storm.
Yeah.
All right. We got Storm first post.
Yep.
And Josh is going to take a mulligan here. Add Clausium Tendrils.
Add Clausium Tendrils is a good name.
Oh, I love that name.
All right, I'm going to change it to that. That's too good. It's Add Clausium now.
Yeah.
I miss old Magic deck names.
Yes.
Always the best. Do you know if this is colorless post?
I believe so.
Okay. I'm going to call it mud post for now then. For everyone joining, this is Mox Boarding House, Card Kingdom. We are streaming from Mox Boarding House in Ballard in Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
We stream Legacy every Monday night. We stream Modern every Thursday night from our Bellevue location.
We got some 4Ks and 3Ks on the weekends. Every couple months too. We just had a 4K last weekend.
Yeah. Always fantastic events. They always get streamed as well.
Cliffy, were you streaming the Ad Clausium deck?
There you go. All right, Ian on the Ancient Tomb.
Ancient Tomb pass.
Classic.
Josh is going to cantrip here.
And a good Storm opener. See it.
Ooh,
Want to be careful with mixing those cards with your hand.
Yeah. But bottom both of those.
Yeah.
That looks like a scary card on top, though.
Post number 1 here.
Three cards. Game 1.
Trinisphere. Ooh,
Boom.
That might be game over. Josh just picking it up.
Picking it
game
up.
over.
Well,
wow. Well, that was
hate
a quick
to see
one,
that happen.
Boom. The turn 2 Trinisphere, the turn 2 Josh picks it up. Not going to play this game anymore. Doesn't want to give up the information.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. He's not going to win that game anymore.
Yeah. Well.
It's a brutal one.
Did you get
Boom.
Yeah, that was a what we call brutal.
Yeah, that's some vintage right there.
Yeah. That was turn 2 Trinisphere. That's kind of weak. Turn 2
That's
Trinisphere is
fair.
like...
I mean, it's Trinisphere and vintage in general is OP, right? Doesn't really
you
matter
really
when you
want
play it.
you really want to turn 1 your
It
Trinisphere.
really need turn 1? Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to give them any chance to play Moxen.
I'm not a super big vintage expert, so I'll
Yeah.
default to you.
Yeah.
I know you're a fan of casting Trinisphere and vintage.
Yes, I've cast many a Trinisphere on 1 on the play, and you just
Right off
cack out.
those shops.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Halloween Dragon Shields are pretty good.
Yeah, I really like those.
I think we actually have them here at Card Kingdom. Probably picking them up. They're probably on the website too for anyone who wants them. CardKingdom.com.
Mm-hmm.
Under
We should get
supplies.
some of those.
Yeah, they're matte. That's what I like. These matte
Yeah.
art Dragon Shields have always been great.
Yeah. Josh, I believe this is actually Josh's first time playing this.
I think it is too. I think he was
So, like-
watching it in the 4K, and like, I think there were only 3 Ad Clausium decks in the 4K, and 2 of them made it to top 8.
Well, I know there was 3 Storm decks. I don't know if they were all on Claw or not. I know the 2 that top eight were.
I know there was a Ruby Storm deck running around.
There was a Ruby Storm deck. I don't think
That one didn't top 8.
No. But just like the normal Ant style. There wasn't. No, I believe there was a test deck.
Okay, yeah. But I think all the decks with Claw made it top 8.
Yes.
I think all the Storm decks with Claw made it top 8. That's
believe.
impressive,
Yes.
honestly. 100% rate into top 8 with those decks is... I mean, both of the pilots of them were pretty good at the decks.
Yeah.
So, no discredit to them at all, but also just impressive from the deck.
What's Claw is the Wish Claw Talisman, the new card from Throne of Eldraine.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically better Grim Tutor. It's better even than Dark Petition in
Yeah.
Storm.
Exactly. Because, like, it costs only 1 black mana, it doesn't cost any life, and you're not giving your opponent another turn to untap and use it anyway.
And sometimes I was talking to James. You can just give your opponent another turn.
That's fair. I guess, like, a lot of decks just don't have a card that lets them beat you.
Right, like if it's not a Chalice deck or not a Counterbalance deck, you can just give Delver a tutor.
Yeah.
What are they going to shoot? They're going to shoot for Forcible, and then they give you back. Then they give you back the Talisman, and you just tutor up a dress.
Yeah.
And then
boom. Answered. Done.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Definitely, maybe we'll see some more Deafening Silences running around in Legacy if this Storm deck catches on.
Yeah, I could see that. So the problem with Deafening Silence is it doesn't. While it's good versus Storm, it's not like. It's only taking the spot of Storm cards. Like the thing that hurts Storm is when people are playing cards that are good that also are good versus Storm, like Narset, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Or like
Fair
Karn.
enough. Because, like...
Or like literally everything in Ian's deck, basically.
Yeah. The entirety of Ian's deck.
Yeah.
All the spears and...
Yeah. Well, by the way, props to Josh for being. This is voluntary. You don't have to come on camera. If you first week playing Storm,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, sure, fine, I'll go on camera and show this off.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's been doing well with it. 2-0.
yeah,
Very respectable.
yeah. So I probably wouldn't give it to him, expecting it back if they're going to tutor up a Veil of Summer. Yeah, but James Johnson, I believe, was playing 3 in his list, and Rachel was playing 2.
Yeah.
And
Both of them leading to a lot of wins. We don't have any way to give you the lists on this, sadly. It is a weekly event and casual REL, and as such...
I wouldn't be surprised if it was based off of James' list. I'm going to see if it's been posted to MTG Top 8.
Yeah. We can give you the Storm list. We might be able to give you the Storm list that did well at our very recent 4K, but this specific deck, we can't give you the list on.
Yeah. Let's see if it's posted yet. Like, I also know that James's list is posted on MTG Goldfish from his MTGO name.
Okay, so Jay the Giant Slayer on MTG Goldfish.
JJ the Giant Slayer.
JJ the Giant Slayer. Yeah, you'll see him at the top of the trophy leaderboards a lot of the time.
Yeah, he definitely has a 5.0 posted list with the Wish Claw.
I know, like, James funded an entire trip to Japan just beating people on MTGO.
Yeah, he grinds. There's like a picture of him like here, like playing a match and then playing Moto while he's. It's just the guy's insane.
He knows how to play Storm for sure.
Yeah.
Very good at it.
Yeah, I don't think the 4K lists are up yet. Though it should be probably any day now. Um, yeah, yeah. So Cliffy has the right list. Yeah, cut a pass and flame, cut that one petition, cut a discard spell, and play 3 claw. I don't know what Rachel was doing different, but he was all in.
It's probably
She
not
was
too
only in 2.
dissimilar from that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's a test build too.
Yeah, both of I think pretty sure Josh is on an ant build.
The test build makes sense too, given that like Brian was playing like a bunch of Mox Opals of late, right?
Yeah, I mean you get more artifacts to do the Mox Opals, and also like it's only 2 life.
Yeah.
So the ad nauseums do not hurt much. Unlike Dark Petition, which hits for 5, it's a really big difference.
Yeah, Grim Tutor hits for like effectively 6.
Exactly. Ooh, there's a Hercules Recall, a Cabal Writ. There's a Thoughtseize.
Yep. Taking one of those. Taking that Hercules. All right. I think Josh is setting up for a little bit longer of a game here. What's his hand?
I'm not quite sure.
Can't quite see it. I mean, I see the Brainstorm. I see a couple lands. I thought I saw a green spell.
You want to see if we can get the life pad back on the map?
Sure.
Ooh, let's see. Just a moment. Slamming down the Grim Monolith. See if there's another thing to go with it. Does Ian just have the Trinisphere to slam with the Grim Monolith? That'd be a pretty fun one. I'm questioning. Here we go. Reorienting the board. Yeah, didn't have anything to do with the Grim Monolith, though. That's big game for Josh.
You have to be a little nervous though with that, like Karn, Thought Not Seer. What is even in his hand? Maybe Ian doesn't know what he's playing against, because I just see a bunch of mana in his hand. Okay, well there's a Karn and a bunch of mana. Yes. Okay, so that was his plan.
Yeah, the fact that you can play Talisman, as Zach pointed out, the fact you can play Talisman and just not activate it and wait a turn and let it be a 1-mana Demonic Tutor the next turn is super big in a lot of slower matchups. Sebastian, these events are all ages. I'm pretty sure we don't have an age restriction.
Nope.
Never heard of one.
Nope.
Yep, seeing the city get tapped for mana and then it's lost. Probably going to cast that Thran Dynamo with it.
Yeah, makes sense. And then you could just untap the Grim. Yep.
Exactly.
All right. Abrupt Decay is a draw.
That's kind of nice. Maybe it's worth it to just nail the Grim Monolith? Probably not, though.
Well, given that he already has the Hercules, I could sort of see that, but his hand is also all mana. So
Slamming Hercules is huge here, actually. He's just deciding to not do much, though. Probably going to Abrupt Decay something end of turn if this is what he has opted to do.
Yeah.
Looking for more magic cards, basically.
Going up to 23. Yep, Abrupt Decay to Grim.
There's an Echoing Truth as well.
Yeah, he probably should.
I would just put the... Yeah, I'd put the Dynamo back in his hand.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, the chat's saying he should play out the pedal so that...
Oh.
No, JJ is James Johnson, who was the winner of our 4K this weekend.
Yeah, JJ is not the person on camera. Josh Yandel is the person on camera.
Yeah.
Just putting that... Rudely putting the Thran Dynamo back in his hand. Look at that.
And just drawing literally all lands.
Yeah. Puts down a Cloud Post. Oh,
Josh, I think is...
there's a Karn. That's a big draw. It's not going to do enough this turn, though. Ian is getting to a pretty healthy life total. That's going to be a thing for Josh to get through.
Yeah.
Does Ian just get to get a Trinisphere here? Ooh, Josh might have been punished pretty hard if he's able to get a Trinisphere here. Oh, no.
Is he going to start the liquid metal coating?
Yeah,
Uh,
liquid metal coating looks to be what's happening. It's telling Josh, you have to win next turn.
I think Josh is, yeah. He might be able to here. I think he has Infernal Tutor and some.
This was an interesting fire off of that Hercules recall.
Well, so I think he has 2 Cabal Rituals and Lotus Petal,
There we go.
and hopefully he remembers that Lotus Petal is locked down under
Yeah,
Karn.
that Lotus Petal does 0 things right now. It's unfortunate.
But I
The
think
Karn makes it hard to go.
I think the rest of his hand is 2 Cabal Writs and an Infernal Tutor. So I think it's like time to go.
Yeah. He has Threshold now.
He has Threshold. He can empty his hand so he can Infernal Tutor.
Getting out some Storm counters for us. So I think we're just going to be looking at an Adnaz, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be really hard, though, with Karn in play. No LEDs, no petals doing anything.
Well, this is where Wishclaw, or I guess Wishclaw
Wishclaw is off, too.
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Karn turns off Wishclaw. That's big. Waiting until Karn came out may have punished Josh pretty hard.
Well, he has. I think the problem is he's been stuck with no way to get all the cards out of his hand.
Yeah.
Right. He's just had to, and that's I think why he's been casting these abrupt decays and echoing truths. Is he just drew all the answers?
Yeah. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully Josh does remember about this pedal not being able to do anything.
Yeah.
Josh has how much mana right now? 6 is what it looks like?
Yeah. It looks like he has 6 and Storm's 4.
Probably you just got to get an Adnons, right? I would imagine. Ooh.
No, no.
Ooh, if he grabs that, he's going to be in a world of
I
hurt.
think he knows. If he,
This is going to hurt. Oh, no.
I don't think he has enough Storm. So I don't think there's enough actual stuff in his graveyard to rebuy off the Fast and Flames anyway.
Yeah. All right, well, he gets the Adnaz.
Yeah.
Does not walk into it. That's good.
I've forgotten about Karn. I've played so much Karn and forgotten about that in Null Rods.
Yeah.
So much.
The fact that it Null Rods is just like so much gravy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, there we go. There's the start.
Yeah, that's what he needed to start off.
Well, that's not what he needed to follow up with. That hurts.
Yeah. He's getting close, though. He's getting pretty close to, like, having a win right here.
Yeah, that's...
I think you stop here, right?
So let's see here. He has 1 black floating, and so he can cast Echoing Truth on the Karn, play the other pedal,
Cast Dark Writ, cast Cabal Writ, cast Past in Flames.
This should do it.
He doesn't have a way to get another red after he casts the Past in Flames, though.
Well, he has the Infernal Tutor in the graveyard.
Oh, he does have the Infernal Tutor. Can he empty his hand, though? Because he's going to have that empty stuck in his hand.
Oh, he's going to have the empty stuck in his hand.
I think he might need to keep going.
He might need to keep going. I mean, there's like Brainstorm in there, but yeah, he's not going to...
I think he's going to need another mana. He has blue off that Underground.
Yeah, there's an untapped Underground. He also has a... I mean, he hasn't drawn a land, so...
He has 1 mana floating, he has blue off Underground, so he can cast Echoing Truth on Karn. So he can go somewhere, but he needs another red mana. I think he's going to need to go deeper. He's close, but...
If he has enough mana, he also has Thoughtseize to get the empty out of his hand.
Oh, that's big. Okay. Does he have a Thoughtseize in his yard?
Yeah.
Then yeah,
He turned 1 Thoughtseize,
if Josh
right?
if Josh sees that line, he has it, I think.
So Storm is 5.
Yeah.
Let's see, Echo, right, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He'll get to enough Storm.
Yeah.
Well, there's a Thoughtseize,
now
now he's at 2, so he can't Thoughtseize.
He can't.
That's brutal. I think he did have it, though. if he didn't
Right,
keep
because you
going.
connect the one pedal for the Dark Ridge into Cabal Ridge,
Yep,
and then you use the other pedal for red,
yep,
and you use the 1 minute floating
yeah.
and the blue for
That's unfortunate that
activating.
he didn't see that line. It shows how hard this game is.
Yeah.
This deck is, though. Honestly.
Yeah, and then so then once you have that, you can rebuy all of the tutors.
Oop,
Oh,
dead.
and dead.
Brutal. That's a hard one to see.
Yeah.
Shows how a skill gap in this game can really affect it, though. You know?
Mm-hmm. So I didn't do the. I mean, I assume once you cast Fast and Flames, and you have one, you have multiple black floating.
He
I think.
would have one black floating after Past in Flames.
Um,
Or no, actually he had a little bit more because he has Cabal Red that would make him 5.
yeah, so that'll go 3 up to 6, right?
Yeah, he could definitely get to 14 Storm. There's no way he doesn't get to enough
He
Storm.
was already at 6.
He could make so
7,
much mana.
8, 9, 10, just to cast the Fast and Flames and have the LED.
Yeah.
11, yeah, and then there's at least 3 Cabal Rits in the graveyard,
Yeah.
plus the Dark Rit, plus the Thoughtseize
And he can
on
just
himself.
tutor chain at the end.
Yeah.
The Storm count is not an issue. He can definitely get high enough.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. We have 30 minutes left in the run. You want to see if we can get a backup match at 30 minutes?
Yeah, I think
Hopefully
we can.
Yeah. I think he just didn't see the line. It's a really complicated line, especially since it involved the Thoughtseize at the bottom of his graveyard. It is his first night playing the deck, so honestly, very hard deck to play. He's playing it very well for what he's doing. Hopefully Mike can wrangle us up a rematch or a new match. Yeah, this is live. I want to see some Hogak next round too. We're going to try our best to get Hogak on next round. So, it's a quick deck. Yeah. There's a lot of really sweet decks out here tonight, though. Fantastic spread of decks. Really shows, like, what a good format Legacy is, what it can offer to just Magic as a game. Pretty much everything you could want to do in Magic, you can do in a Legacy deck. I think that's what makes the format so good. We got a backup. Fantastic. Who is it?
It's Greg versus Patrick.
Greg versus Patrick. So this is Jeskai versus Mono Blue Martyr.
Yeah, we're gonna give Greg another chance to show off this deck.
I'm glad. And Mono Blue Martyr we get on too.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, I'm excited for
So Patrick is down a game.
Patrick is down 1 game. All right,
Yeah.
so Patrick Daly on the left, Greg Mitchell on the right. We're gonna see. Greg is playing Jeskai Ascendancy combo.
Yes. And there's 2 L's in Mitchell.
Oh, okay. Back.
Yeah, this is Emery Jeskai Ascendancy with Urza versus.
Remember that for a short time there was that Jeskai deck in Modern, that Jeskai Ascendancy combo deck in Modern, played Glittering Wish.
Yeah, now you don't need to do that. You can just Mono Blue Martyr.
Mono Blue Martyr, a very old school Legacy deck. This
Greg is also up a game.
But okay, yeah. Thank you very much.
Boom. Get everything up to date here.
Mono Blue Martyr, a very old deck in the Legacy scene. It's been around for a while. I remember when I was first, like...
I mean, it depends on what you mean by been around. Like, people... It's existed since, like, what, 2014?
I've seen people running around with it I thought I remembered seeing an SCG stream of it from 2012 or something.
That could be. I mean, it came from an SCG stream,
Yeah.
or like a couple SCG streams.
I remember watching all those SCG streams,
Yeah.
the old legacy content. The format really has evolved so much in the past 10 years.
Mhm.
Definitely shifted dramatically along with the whole game. Alright, so Patrick going to be on the play exactly where Mono Blue Martyr wants to be. No turn 1, though. See Jitte, Sky Hussar, Daze for the
Daze.
turn 1 Chalice. Boom. Starting it off nice.
Yeah, it's like the Greg Hatch deck. Yeah, that's who it was. Chalice on 1 again.
Mm-hmm. Number 2. Run it back. Patrick does not want to see that second Chalice on 1, does he?
Not really.
It's going to be a brutal one for him to fight
I mean,
through.
his hand is all 2s actually, which is
Yeah, it's lucky for him on that, but the deck is mostly 1s, isn't it? Ooh,
Whoa.
no. Oh, no. This is going to be a hard one for Patrick.
that is Emery, Lurker of the Lock.
Mm-hmm.
Affinity for artifacts, effectively.
I think random people giving out swords from lakes is a good system for governance.
Yeah. Well, he kind of. I mean, he hit Lotus Petal and Mox Opal, which is
It's pretty good.
yeah.
It's about what he wants to be hitting.
Patrick does have triple spell stutter sprite in hand.
Oh, man. Okay, so Greg just doesn't get to play with Mox Opal.
Mox Opal?
Nah.
No.
Patrick
Okay.
says, I'm good.
Okay.
Alright. Once Patrick gets out that second spell starter sprite, he gets to start Sky Hussaring, drawing 2 cards a turn, forecasting everything.
Yeah.
The engine gets rolling,
Well,
and I'm
he-
excited.
He has Umezawa Jitte in hand too.
Yeah, oh, he does.
Yeah.
That'll shoot off Emery in 1 hit.
Yep.
Oh, that's big,
So-
actually. Okay.
Greg
Ooh.
is
Playing this on 1,
Yeah.
probably just going to use it
Turns
to...
out when you could just like repeatedly play Ballista on 1 too.
Yeah, Patrick's probably just going to have a hard time answering this, isn't he? There's an
Yeah.
Aether Vial, but that does not going to...
Well, there's a Chalice in play.
Exactly. It's not going to go anywhere. Greg down to 13, almost entirely of his own doing. Let's see if Greg gets this Chalice trigger. Greg does not get the Chalice trigger.
Oh,
no!
Greg.
He missed the Chalice trigger!
I mean, Greg hasn't played. I don't know the last time. Well, okay, I do know the last time Greg has played Chalice of the Void. It's probably when he's played Shops at Vintage Champs.
Yeah,
So,
that hurts. Oh, man. That's big, actually.
Yeah.
That Aether Vial is about what Patrick needed.
yeah, it kind of is. He's going to try to cast the Mox again.
Yeah, seeing if he wants to counter the Spell Stutter Sprite. If the Spell Stutter Sprite resolves, he can't use the Ballista to shoot off to get the trigger thing, because it's 0 mana. There's the Force of Will. Greg deciding he needs that Mox Opal. I bet he adds a counter to Ballista and shoots off the other one. Looked like that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Keep it in
Patrick.
there.
He was able to sneak the Aether Vial through, but he looks like he's a little bit far behind, huh?
Well, now he has the. Is that Glass Casket in hand?
Oh, does he?
I believe Greg has a Glass Casket
Oh,
in hand.
no. Yeah,
Which is
that'll
another
be
reason
hard.
why he wants that Mox Opal to evolve.
Yeah, for sure. What card is that?
I have no idea.
Okay, what? I have no clue what magic card that is. Did he just proliferate that?
Yes, it's a Proliferate card.
He just proliferated that Chalice into a Chalice on 2. Oh,
1 second.
My goodness.
Contentious Plan, okay.
Contentious Plan, cantrip proliferate, I think
Yeah.
is what it does.
Okay.
That's insane. Oh,
Well, nice Glass Casket in hand.
yeah. It's not doing a whole lot now. This Walking Ballista is going to be annoying to recast if he wants to. He's going to have to cast it for X's too.
Yeah. I don't know how much that actually hurts Greg, though. Bumping
I
it
don't
to
know either, but Greg is notably at 10, so these Ancient Tomb taps are limited.
Right. And now more importantly, Patrick has a Chalice on 2.
Or a vial on 2.
Or vial on 2. Yeah, vial on 2.
Doesn't have to get those cheeky vials through the chalice anymore.
Yeah, well, Greg is drawing a card. No,
Yeah, he can't draw a card.
No,
It looks
no,
like he's blowing it up on 0. Did he just blow up his engineered explosives on 0? He blew up the engineered explosives on 0 to get rid of the chalice on 2. My goodness.
well,
This game. The EE gets... Oh. I'm in love with this.
what is happening?
This is a game of
Oh,
Magic.
his hand is 2 glass caskets.
Yeah, it is. This is a game of Magic we're watching. Oh, sees the Jitte. Greg does not like that he saw that Jitte. If Patrick gets a land here, he might be in like a very commanding place. My goodness. So it's an Aether Vial off the top. He's a back to basics. He can lock down that Ancient Tomb.
Yeah, well,
Set Greg back to 1
I
mana.
don't know if he wants to do that.
He's got to want to do that, right?
I mean, Greg can't really honestly tamp that Ancient Tomb anymore.
He's at 8. He can still tap it a few times, and that Ballista is a problem.
Sam points out Chalice on 2 actually was stopping the Jit.
It was.
I didn't even realize that. That's great.
Oh, man. It just, like, worse news for Greg every single time he sees another update to this game. I think he's going to slam the... No, it just throws down the Jit. I'm not sure how much I like this, because now Greg can just go Walking Ballista next turn, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be able to recast that Walking Ballista.
Did Greg miss a bobble draw?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
looks like they're correcting it now.
Yeah.
Patrick Daly being a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just putting the trigger back on the stack.
Yep. Once again, it's casual Monday night.
Yep, and it's a pretty close-knit community here.
Yeah.
We got like 30 people here tonight. There's a Psy. That's a pretty good rip.
Yeah, I mean, there's your blocker there.
Yep. Gonna cast Mox Opal probably. Be my guess.
Yeah,
cast a
Bobble. Bobble
Okay.
might be good.
That makes sense. Just get more draws.
The problem is still this Emery is going to go soon, probably.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can remember the Bobble Trigger this time.
That Thopter gets to block... Oof. Greg sees the back to basics. That Thopter gets to block the Spell Study Sprite, so that's big.
Yeah, so Patrick will be down a creature, but
Ooh,
well,
that's
never
a
mind.
Chain of Vapor
Never
now.
mind.
Oh, man.
Well, he's just gonna shut off.
Huh. I wonder...
Yeah, poor Greg's forgetting all the triggers.
I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of that. If you see, that Aether Vial's at 3, that means that Patrick's planning on taking that to 5. Because there's no 3-drops in this.
We're going to Sky Hussar?
We're going to Sky Hussar with this Aether Vial.
Yeah. Well, he has a second Aether Vial, so it's like, makes sense.
This is mad.
I'm surprised Patrick didn't equip an attack.
I am too. I would have... if he cast the... Yeah. It was tough, though.
I think you want a Ballista for 1
Really
here.
been a back-and-forth game. Tapping the Vial on 3, trying to bait Greg out. Always a good move. Patrick's got a little bit of time, though. He's most definitely going to have enough time to get this Vial up to 5.
Yeah.
Sky Hussars will start swinging. There's a Force of Will.
Right on time.
Reason to hold on to that Chain of Vapor. I imagine he's just going to try and equip and get it shot down by the Ballista.
You gotta go for it.
That's really all there is to do here. Ooh, you know what he could do? Equip. In response to Ballista Shoot, Chain of Vapor his own...
Oh, did he forget to take up the other vial from 1 to 2?
He did.
That's...
I wonder if that's on purpose. It would have been a mistake, I think, if it is on purpose. But doing that, I'm going to send in, shoot it off.
I would have bounced it.
I would have picked it up too. But I guess with no Vial on 2, it's not as good, huh?
Yeah.
What's the stat line on Sky Hussar? Sky Hussar. It's a 4/3.
Yeah, that's
a 4/3
I mean, it's a
flying.
5-mana thing, right? So,
Yeah, but that's a 4/3.
Yeah.
It's big. This is a Patrick cast this on Greg's card?
Yeah, he cast it on Sai, so Greg's considering sacking his Ancient Tomb to return it.
That seems like Greg definitely should have sacked, I'll be honest. I would have sacked it and hit the vial on 4.
I don't think Greg is thinking about Sky Hussar.
Yeah, I don't think he is either, but if you did sack that tomb to hit the vial on 4, Patrick would be very far behind right now.
Yeah. Greg with the Mono Islands
Mm-hmm.
in his Just Sky Ascendancy deck.
Mox Opal does all the work, right? He's
Yeah.
got the pedals to play with as well. There's a Sai back at it again.
Probably cast.
Sai
Okay.
makes Thopters, so flying.
Yeah.
This is Legacy. This is real
This
Legacy.
is cube.
This is actually a game of Legacy.
We just had a 4K on the weekend, so some of these people are having a little bit of fun. Yeah,
Oh,
fine.
that's the second Sky Hussar. This vial being at 5 is huge. My goodness, we're going to see double Sky Hussar off this vial. Oh boy, Patrick Daly weighing whether or not it's worth it to put in the Sky Hussar now and equip, or wait. I think he should put it in now and equip.
No. So I think Greg is literally at 4 life, and this guy starts at 3. I mean, I guess he's always going to have one to
Greg's
block.
always going to make one Thopter,
Yeah,
is
that's
my
true.
theory on
That's
that.
true.
You know?
I said that, and then I instantly thought, that's right. That's
game.
That's just
Is
guys.
Greg going to clear up that game right there? All right.
No, Patrick is force. I mean, Patrick is force.
Oh, he does. You're right.
Yeah. This is a must force.
Yeah, if Patrick does not force this card, he will lose this game.
Yes.
Yep.
And he
Forces
is
the card.
Yeah.
As one does. That's big, though. Losing a Sky Hussar matters a lot. Greg now being aware that Sky Hussar exists.
And I mean, he probably still doesn't think he has another in hand.
This is insane. There's a Chalice on 1.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
And sure, why not? Oh, is he going to attack with a Sai? And
Oh, the second Sky Hussar block
cannot block the Sai fast enough.
Oh my goodness. Greg blown out by the second Sky Hussar off Aether Vial after he didn't sack the Ancient Tomb to pick up the Aether Vial.
This is brutal.
This is a game. Greg doesn't have enough tokens to kill off this Sky Hussar, only has 2.
Right, he has to block
So
here because he's
he
literally
has to block because he's facing down lethal.
and then Emery's dead.
And just shoot down Emery.
Yep.
Whoa.
All this makes sense.
Greg has enough Thopters to kill off Sky Hussar, though. Next turn.
Yeah.
He can trade away 3 Thopters for the Sky Hussar. This game has been crazy.
I mean, but Emery is so scary.
Oh, Emery's huge. Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have another...
I don't think you can let Emery live.
Like, I guess you can wait.
You've got to wait, right? I mean, you don't want to just trade away the Sky Hussar into nothing. It's not worth trading it for 3 Thopters, I think. Is that an Urza? Am I mistaken?
No.
That's not an Urza, right?
No, I can't tell what that is.
I can't tell either. Oh, just going in. I mean,
I'm surprised he's doing
is he
all...
blocking with all 4?
Yes, I'm surprised by this.
That seems like a mistake. Scab Ruinator.
I believe
it is Scab Ruinator.
I believe it is Scab Ruinator.
Oh, boy. Okay, so this deck does have 3 drops.
What is the clause of Scab Ruinator?
I think you need to exile 3 creatures from your yard.
Yeah, I
when you
believe you're
cast it.
right.
Scab Ruinator. Exile 3 creatures. Yep. But it's a 5/6 flying. Greg's going to have a hard time dealing with that. My goodness.
Oh, he has a glass casket.
Wait, Glass Casket hits...
His 3 or less.
It's CMC or power?
CMC.
Oh my goodness. The Glass Casket on the Sky Hussar. That Glass Casket's been in his hand since the beginning of the game,
He
right?
has another one in hand, too.
What?
What?
Oh my.
This is Legacy, guys.
This
I
is-
swear.
Yeah, we promise. It's a real Legacy match in a real Legacy tournament that people paid to enter.
I'm so glad we got this on.
I am too. Patrick Daly plays the Wasteland. He has a shoal in hand. He has the blue shoal.
Yes.
No creatures. My goodness.
All right. Yeah, Greg is bobbling himself.
Greg did lose in round 2. Sorry, the records for these decks are incorrect.
Yeah, 1-1.
They should both be 1-1.
Yes, I believe they're both 1-1. Yes.
Oh man. All right, we're gonna see the off the top for Greg. Patrick just looking for anything that can be equipped to a Jitte.
Yeah.
Jitte has 2 counters on it too.
Well, there is an Urza.
Oh. Can Greg get in the game off that? He's access to 4 mana now.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. He can go down to 2 and activate Urza.
Okay. Yeah. Start Mind's Desiring.
Well, he has to.
Oh, man. This stream normally ends around 10:30 Pacific time.
Yeah.
This is round 3. We're at 9 minutes left in round 3.
And then we got one more round to do.
Exactly.
Hey, Lotus Petal.
Hits the Lotus Petal off Mind's Desire.
Sure, why not?
Lots of value.
Patrick is considering
Shoaling the pedal.
yeah.
It can't be worth it, right?
No.
Is that a Ninja of the Deep Hours?
Yep.
Right off the top. Has enough mana to just hard cast
That's
it.
a shame that Vial's on 5, not 4.
You have to just cast the Ninja, right?
You-
No. Chooses not to.
I think you do. Also, he's not taking up that other Vial.
Yeah, still at 1. Maybe leaving it to represent a martyr. Man, that token is going to represent lethal so quick, though.
All right, so he's activating Urza again here.
Yeah. Just playing Mind's Desire the deck at this point. Off the top, Chalice on 0. Probably going to choose to not cast it.
Yeah. He's debating, because I believe that's his 7th art. That would be his. Yeah, that would have been his 6th artifact.
Yeah, it would have been the 6th. So,
It
sending
doesn't-
for 5.
I mean, I guess with the Urza, I don't think he wants to attack with the Urza, given what happened to
getting-
what happened with Sai. So
That Vial's still there.
yeah,
Sky Hussar, the best version of Ambush Viper.
yeah. All right.
Seeing what Patrick rips right off the top. That's a Martyr of Frost, is what that is.
Yeah.
It's going to be a thing that he can vial in.
Mhm.
It's relevant. End of turn, surprise Greg with a new creature. Doesn't give him a chance to glass casket it.
Greg did draw a blue card though for the Force Will.
He doesn't matter.
No,
Ninjutsu?
for Vial.
Yeah, the ninja is going to get ninjutsu, and the vial is going to put in the martyr.
I see.
That's huge. Oh, here's the Jeskai Ascendancy. This will end the game.
No, he doesn't have the Emery anymore. Emery's dead.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. It will not end the game. They'll get pretty darn close, though, right?
They can get there. And now every artifact is basically +2 on the construct.
Yeah.
It might end the game. Yeah.
I mean,
Patrick's only at 9.
Greg only needs 5 artifacts before he can just cast or use Urza ability over and over, right? Until he randomly hits a land off the top.
Oh, Urza can attack too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He just.
All right. We got some counters out. Greg gonna go nuts. Counting up the blue mana.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So that die above, I assume, is the plus from the ascendancies.
Yeah. Yeah. So looting off ascendancy gets
Yeah.
a force, pitches a force. Yeah, Patrick was one short of shoaling the Jeskai Ascendancy since it's blue X and you have to pay X for its CMC.
Right.
Greg looking to get the most value he can this turn. Plays a glass casket with no targets. I'm sure Patrick's happy to see that.
Yeah, Greg floating a blue.
Looking around. Seeing if everything works. Gets to loot again. Finds an Ancient Tomb. Puts it away. Yeah, card's not great when you're at tip.
Yeah.
Glass casket does tap for a mana. It's basically a Sky Sapphire.
Yeah. So there, now it's +2, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now, Jeskai Ascendancy only untaps creatures, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's not a paradox.
Right.
Not that easy to go infinite.
So he's going to activate Urza here. I think he's literally one artifact away from attacking 4 lethal. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shuffling it up. Off the top is a Volk. That's what Patrick
Shucks.
wanted it to be. Hits him with the thumbs up. Can he do it again? Doesn't look like it. I think he just has to come in, huh? Patrick vials in the Martyr. The Martyr doing more.
Oh, wait. Urza, it pluses the Urza, too. So actually, this is lethal. Sorry.
Oh, is it?
Sorry.
How many times has he gotten Jeskai Ascendancy?
Two. That's what this die,
Yeah.
the die is. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It should be lethal.
Yeah, but this token's going to get blocked, right?
Oh, no, he has the...
Oh, he has gain 4.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Greg just lost.
Really?
Well, if he puts in the Martyr, and then ninjutsus,
Oh my goodness.
Greg doesn't have any...
Oh my goodness. Is he going to pull this out? Greg sees the Martyr.
Yeah.
He's at 2. The 1/1. Is the ninjutsu going to get there? Sends in. Doesn't equip. Ninjutsu. Greg to Oh, the culmination. The very end. Greg forgot. The chalice trigger at the very start and the biting man at the end. Oh. We're going to game 3.
We're going to game 3. Let me get another game of this. How much time's left?
There's
2 minutes.
2 minutes, 50 seconds. So we're gonna, oh, we should give them a bit more time because we had to pull them across.
Yeah. I assume
Let's make sure the judge gives them a bit more time.
Yeah, I'll step out.
That was crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, like, we as casters pulled them away. We took away some of their time, so we should give them a little bit of time. All right.
2 minutes.
We're giving them 2 minutes more is the answer from the judge.
Yeah.
They are the last game in the room.
Yeah.
So the entire tournament is watching. The entire room erupted.
And that was the take us to game 3.
Yeah. That was
I need to pick up sleeves or something.
that was absurd.
That really was absurd. I'm so glad we got that on camera.
So glad we got that on camera. Post it on Reddit, people.
Oh my goodness.
We need a clip of that.
We need a clip of that entire game. That is legacy at its finest.
And here's the thing. If he ever ticked up that vial
Once.
off one, so Patrick is amazing, right? If he ever ticked up that vial, loses that game
Yeah. At any point.
at any point.
I remember at many points we said that he should have ticked up the vial. He showed us.
I said it multiple times, and I'm 100% wrong.
100% proved us wrong, yeah.
Yes.
That was crazy. All right. Got some sideboards. Scoreboard is 1-1. Going to game 3.
I'm sure we can convince Greg to post this list over on MTG's The Source. That's normally where Greg Greg has posted things in the past where, that old website that people used to go to.
Mm-hmm. The Legacy website.
Yeah. I'm sure some people still use that, right? What are some okay Legacy decks that are under about 500? I would say Burn,
I'm pretty sure this Mono Blue Martyr deck is under 500.
the Mono Blue Martyr deck.
If it's not under, it's close. Force of Will is the most expensive card in it.
Yeah. Death Shadow.
Death Shadow for sure.
Well, Death Shadow is not under 500 because
It has forces and fetches and at least one duel.
and
normally.
forces are like 100 each.
Yeah, they really are, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, Greg hitting it off early. Turn one Sai, he's showing us that he wants to end this game quick. Does
Yeah.
not want to draw this match.
Greg is. Oh, he's just gonna go boom, thing,
Oh man,
boom, thing.
has Metalcraft.
All right,
thing.
all right.
That's 4 power on turn 1.
Well,
That's about the nuts.
we might not need those extra 2 minutes, guys.
We may not.
Oh, there's a vial. Vial's a good one.
Opening up on the turn 1
Oh,
Aether
that's a-
Vial.
Nice thirst.
And we got the Tormod's Crypt. Okay.
Which I mean that makes sense with
Yeah.
the Emery's.
Emery's not going to be doing anything too ridiculous. But
Yeah.
Patrick's throwing down a very real clock.
Yeah. The old
Double Ancient Tomb. And some
Oh,
damage. That's 6 mana. That's a X is 3 Walking Ballista?
I think he's
X
just
is
an
2 Walking
X is
Ballista.
2 walking ballista.
Get a Psy trigger
And
off
get,
that.
a trigger. So this is
Greg's showing that this deck is not a slouch.
yeah. X's 2 is good here, plays around days. Which I think Patrick actually had in hand too, so now there is 5, 6, 7 power on the board plus a shoot for 2. This is a 2-turn clock.
Yeah, it is. Oh, man. Every turn, Greg gets to uptick that Ballista by 1 point as well. Represents 2 damage every time he upticks it if the Ballista hits.
Greg is
Patrick has Spell Stutter in days, but Greg isn't really going to be casting much more.
yeah. Oh yeah, Greg's plan here is just
Doesn't even care if the Mox or if the Petal resolves. He just wants it for the Thopter.
I think Patrick's gonna play out that. Oh, shoot in response, and then it still gets countered.
Yeah. See. Yep.
But he still gets the
Thopter.
token. So
That's huge. This is lethal next turn, right?
yeah, it was a 2-turn clock
Yeah.
this whole time, which was
All right. No land, pass it back, Vial on 2.
at turn 1 to turns. There's
Yeah, we'll see. Turns is definitely going to be starting soon if it hasn't already started. Looks like it. Yeah, they're marking turn 1. Does Patrick have the Hercules? I didn't see the Hercules.
Ooh, that would.
What if he has the
That
Hercules?
would be devastating.
That would be hilarious. Especially with Greg so low off these Ancient Tombs. Oh,
Yep.
puts it over. There's the match cleared up.
What a match!
That was
What a match!
fantastic.
I'm so glad we got that game 2 on camera.
I am too. I hope everybody in chat enjoyed that match. Lucky for us, we don't have to wait for round 4. It's gonna start right now because we were just watching the last match.
I think we got to put on Hogak.
I think we do too.
I don't know if Travis won.
I want to put on Hogak.
I want to put on Hogak.
All right.
Well, that sure was something.
That was something. Both of them.
Ninjutsu'd Martyr Sands.
So many choices led to that game. Exact outcome.
This is
So many choices.
so perfect. Huh.
See the players deboarding. The little tech they brought in. I didn't even remember that scab. That thing's really big.
It's what, like a 6, 7?
It's a 5/6.
Oh,
I
5,
believe.
6. Yeah, I think you're
Scab
right.
Ruinator 5/6.
I believe you're right. Cool.
Such a long-term value card for this deck. You got Judge punching in all the last results now.
Yeah. So we should get the pairings up shortly.
They'll be on the wall any minute now. Going into round 4.
5-6. This is like a really good Vile target, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. Just end of turn, here's a 5/6.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to exile 3 creatures if you violet.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We don't have the pairings yet, so. Oh, you just want the.
I was just putting his name in.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, hopefully he won't draw if he is 3-0.
Greg ended up winning. He went turbo aggro Psy.
Greg cleared that match out at the very end.
Managed to win game 3 in like 2 minutes.
That was he had such a good opener too. Just the turn 1 side.
Yeah, that was
everything.
I mean, if his opponent had Force of Will.
If his opponent had Force of Will for that side, they were in trouble. You're right. Got pairings printed now.
How great was that?
That was insane.
That
was absolutely insane.
That was
Yeah, and then me just getting absolutely wrecked in game 3.
The fact that you snuck that Aether Valve through the Chalice at the very beginning basically like got you there.
I know, I didn't even mean to.
I think that's why you got it.
I know, that was huge, was being able to do that. But if I hadn't, and I realized it, I would have just waited an extra turn to Contentious Plan and then had enough time to do everything.
Very true. We were talking about how we thought you should have upticked that Vile on 1 for a while, but that ended up like being how you won the game.
I needed a way to sneak in a creature, and he had Chalice on 1.
Yeah.
My 2-drop creatures have Flash.
There you go. All right, Travis, let's get table 1 on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone. Round 4 pairings are posted. We're getting table 1 on. We will be ready. They're playing? Perfect. Hogak is going to be one of these decks.
It's Ian, the post player we've already seen.
Okay, so we got Ian versus Hogak. I'm excited to see this.
Yeah. It's a It is a small showing tonight, only 22. Only it was like 24, right? I think. Because there's a few extra.
Yeah, I think it may have been like 24, but not a lot of people. So.
But all the undefeateds we've already seen pretty much already, except for Travis.
Yeah.
So
this Hogak deck is my personal deck, and took it to a
top 8.
Top 8 finish very recently at the Mox Boarding House Legacy 4K that we just ran. Very excited to see it on camera.
Yeah, and we will be judging Travis harshly.
Indeed. Both of these players, 3-0, doing very well.
Yeah. Ian crushing it on.
Yeah, this Mud Post deck doing very well.
Yeah, Ian has crushed me a bunch playing with me on depths.
Yeah.
With him playing this post list. He is really good at
making the right, putting down the right lock piece.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's doing so well with a post deck, just because of, I'd imagine post decks would do poorly with all the Wrenn and 6 Wasteland running around.
Well, he's playing a lot of main deck. Source of Spyglass. Yeah, that's it. It's getting late here,
so he
folks.
can shut down all the Wastelands, all the Wrenn and 6s, all that shenanigans that people are trying to do against him.
Vampire Hex Mage and all that.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, those spyglasses might be a problem for Travis if Travis needs the
like the
altars
Yeah, or the feeders or
or
something.
the feeders. Yeah, very relevant.
All right, boom.
Round 4 of our weekly legacy here at Monday Night
Yep.
Ballard, located in Ballard, Washington. Beautiful mock sporting house.
Yeah.
We also have a location in Bellevue, and there will soon be a location in Bellevue. Or not, there will soon be a location in Portland.
Mhm.
So if you're down in the Portland area, look forward to that.
We're gonna start off with
Turn 1 crab.
a legacy powerhouse Hedron crab, a vintage powerhouse.
Indeed.
You know, there's a vintage deck with a Hedron crab now.
Really?
Yes.
What deck is that?
You play with fast bond. You go fast bond,
My goodness.
land, or you go land fast bond, land Hedron crab, play a bounce land, and repeatedly bounce.
Oh my god.
You pay 18 life to bounce the bounce land 18 times, and it mills for 54 cards.
That's insane. That's absolutely nuts. Wow. All right, the double crab opener. This is insane. Ian's probably dead here.
3,
This is going to be 12 cards milled
yeah,
off of one land.
1, 2, 3.
This Hogak deck was a menace in Modern, now just being a menace in Legacy. Turns out 8/8 tramplers for free are pretty good.
Yep.
No blood gas hit off that first mill, so nothing free coming back off this.
No, but like he got one bridge, so if we get a Cabal Therapy and maybe like a second bridge, right? Then we're like really on, and we're looking at 6 cards here. Like
I bet
This
Travis
is-
is looking for a therapy here.
this is free dredges.
Oh yeah.
He may even have a therapy in hand too. He has mana up, right?
Oh yeah. He does.
We get 1, 2, 3. Okay,
There's
there's
a therapy. All right.
1, 2, 3. Not the greatest of hits.
Yeah. There's a bridge and a therapy though.
Yeah.
The nice part about these crabs is next turn Travis can just play another land.
Yeah. So
Pretty
Okay,
sure I
he has
see
a-
another white border card.
he has an altar. He has another land, and I believe that's a feeder in hand.
Yeah, altar's big. Ian just staring this down, fanned his hand out, saying, "Do what you're gonna do to me."
Okay, he's gonna ball therapy, get a 1 bridge trigger. Oh, name
Oh,
himself.
names himself, hits the Vengevine. Gonna cast this Carrion Feeder, and the
Like,
second crab
he's-
was cast earlier this turn, so the
Yeah.
Vengevine comes back.
Yeah, he started off the turn by playing Hedron Crab. I really like this line.
This is fantastic. Ian, even though he's a Chalice deck, normally this Hogak deck really struggles with Chalice decks.
Yeah.
But
Did he
got
draw
such
the
a
Chalice for
fast
the turn?
start. Yeah, he just drew Chalice for the turn.
I was a little late.
Yeah, Ian's staring down lethal on this altar too.
Basically. Chalice on 1.
Yeah, it's good, but it might be too little, too late. At the Eldrazi Temple, I don't think it's able to cast anything though. What Eldrazi do you think Ian are playing? Thought-Knot Seer?
I know he's playing Thought Knot. I think that might be it.
Just Thought-Knot, no Smashers?
No, I believe he plays Karn and then Big Planeswalkers.
Okay, nice.
Maybe he plays like the 6-mana, the Endbringer. Alright, probably starting off milling himself for 3.
Might as well get the free 3 mil.
Oh, nice timing.
Bloodghast. Travis doesn't need a whole lot. This altar represents lethal pretty quickly. Do you know if Ian has any big Eldrazi?
I believe there's an Ugin.
Is there a shuffling Eldrazi?
Hey, what?
Is there a shuffling Eldrazi?
Oh, no, sorry. What do you mean shuffling Eldrazi?
Like Emrakul, Kozilek, Ulamog from
I don't think
the original.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I see what you're going for.
There's nothing that stops him from milling out, but honestly, Travis just has so much power on board that it's just worth it to go. Eats the crab with the feeder for another damage and a zombie.
So he's at 6.
Yeah. And what makes this deck so powerful?
Yeah, I assume you just pass back here and then Ian can't really.
Yeah, Ian needs to play like a Ugin here.
Like the 6-mana Ugin?
The 8-mana Ugin. To, like, keep himself alive.
He could 6-mana Ugin into Grim Monolith into play Thought-Knots here.
Yeah, that might do it. No, 2 creatures doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, no,
the
2 creatures does do it.
Yeah.
Yep. Still, Ian picking it up.
Well, no, 2 creatures wouldn't have done it because he would have had to go to 4 to do that.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So Hogak just kind of like smash face.
Does what it do best. Hogak smash.
Yeah, you'll Cabal therapy yourself.
Smart.
Love the looks of this deck. I'm excited to try it.
It's so much fun to play too. It's just a bunch of dumb 1/1s.
1/2. There's some 2/1s.
Yeah, there's a bunch of dumb 2/1s as well.
Yeah. Nice run in 6.
Pretty much. Yeah. The biggest upside about this deck is Delver can't beat it.
Yeah.
You just get to stare down all the Wrenn and 6s you want. And,
yes, there's some 8-mana Ugins I see there.
Yep. We're probably going to see a healthy amount of Grafdigger's Cages, other artifact graveyard hate probably.
Yeah, some Tormod's Crypts, I assume. Normally,
Very likely.
Normally these Karn decks
Don't play Cage.
They don't play Cage, and they play like 3 Tormod's Crypts, and you can like arguably leave 1 in the sideboard as a Karn target.
Now, Travis has 4 Forcible in the sideboard, and this is basically the matchup he wants it for.
Do you think he knows that?
I don't know. We'll see.
Because he's borrowing your deck, and you probably didn't give him a sideboard guide.
No, I really
He just said,
didn't.
here are these 4 forces, and he's like, what are these for?
Yeah, these are for this.
Okay.
Of all the things they can be for, this is near the top of the list.
At the very least, he did start off with the winning the die roll, so he has.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, he just gets to play again.
Welcome everybody from XJ Cloud. You're tuning in to the last round of our weekly Legacy event for here at Mox Boarding House, also known as Card Kingdom online. We stream Legacy every Monday night from our Ballard location, and Modern every Thursday night from our Bellevue location.
Yeah, and we have some events on the weekends. We just had a 4K of Legacy last weekend, so you can check out VODs for that. We got Rags to Riches and the Modern 3K coming up in like 2 weekends from now.
Very true.
And the what is it? The Chalice charity event that they're also putting on at Bellevue.
Yeah, you'll get to see a bunch of like Magic personalities at the Chalice event. I'm pretty sure Saffron Olive is going to be there, and I would be surprised if the Professor isn't as well, because he's also sponsored, I believe.
Yeah.
So tune in.
Ian looks like he has a slow hand here, so the question is if he's going to keep it or not. Oh, Brad Nelson and BBD. Cool.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, so he's keeping this hand. It's got I think a turn 3 Karn. I don't know if it has a turn 2 Chalice. I don't know how good Karn is. I guess Bridge is good.
I mean, Travis has got to be happy to see his opponent going turn 1 nothing.
Yeah.
Gives him an opportunity.
Refetching and fetching Thoughtseize.
Throwing a Thoughtseize Ian's way. Options are Dynamo, Karn, and Ugin and Ulamog. New Ulamog. You got to take Karn here, right?
Let's see here. That's 369. I mean, he's.
Maybe Ulamog's right.
I don't know how much I care about Karn. I mean, Karn gets Bridge, and Bridge is annoying.
I mean,
but you can win around Bridge.
You can't with Karn in play.
Well, sure. Well, he would Karn, take down, get Bridge, and then Karn dies, right?
Yeah.
In theory.
Fair enough.
Okay, so he's taking that. But this Ugin's coming to...
Plays City of Traders. Must have top deck Trinisphere.
Okay, yeah.
That's a huge rip.
That makes sense.
All right. That is going to set Ian back a little bit of time, but not much, because he's going to be able to slam Karn next turn. There's the land pass from Travis.
Yeah, he can play the Thran Dynamo this turn.
You can play the Karn too, yeah.
Well, no, the Karn got discarded.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. Thran Dynamo, but this is
This means
Ulamog's turn.
Ulamog's next turn. Yeah.
So Travis gets to cast one thing, and then he gets double Stone Ring.
Yes.
I think we know how this game's going.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Travis needs a Cabal therapy here.
Double fetch.
Ian has so much mana, making Tron decks.
There might be another Thoughtseize in hand.
Ooh, that would be big.
The problem though is we're down to your typical post matchup where like anything off the top is just game
Exactly, yeah.
over. Right.
So many of the cards are so good once you have access to all the mana.
Right. Oh,
Nope,
it's
just has the
Flyer.
Stitcher Supplier.
That's not Thoughtseize. There's
Yeah.
no Thoughtseize.
This is going to be the end of the line for Travis this game.
I don't think. Ian, thinking about it.
Yeah, deciding what to do.
Look at that. Now they tap for 3 each. So that's.
He is one short.
Yeah. It's 11, right?
Yeah, or it's 10. That's 9 mana, I think.
Oh, yeah. I can count.
It's okay. Math is hard. So is magic.
All right.
Travis gets one more card to play with. What card will he choose? Chooses Breakthrough for X's 2.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is not bad. About the best he can do with this.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have hand disruption, but
I was just gonna say he could, in theory, cast 2 spells this turn because Delve does cover
pay for Trinisphere. Does it really?
Yes, it does.
That makes no sense. That's insane. Wow. Okay. That's crazy.
I'm like 90% sure that's true.
I thought that Trinisphere meant that you always had to pay mana, but
Delve counts for some reason.
Yeah. Delve is like that. Breakthrough, a card that's normally seen in Dredge, but it's very good in this deck. Normally cast for X's 1, sometimes X's 2, and it's just such a high value card. Where half of your cards you want to be in the graveyard anyway, you might as well. Delve is like Convoke, it is mana. Okay.
Yeah.
So it counts for Trinisphere. That's crazy.
Yep. Well, Thought-Knot here comes down.
Thought-Knot, Ugin, Travis has decided that's enough to pack it up. We will be going to game 3.
Yeah. One apiece.
One apiece indeed. Both of these players have done very well throughout the entire night.
Yeah. Both these decks looking
fantastic.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah, honestly. And they really highlight how diverse Legacy is. It's not just the Miracles Blue format that it was 3 years ago.
Like, the amount of non-blue right now is so high compared to
any other point in its history.
I think so.
Honestly. He still had mana to Ulamog there, so I think Travis was just scooping in response to Thought not seeing his hand.
Yeah.
At the end, those Cloud Posts were tapping for 4 each, so he had 11 mana after casting Thought Knot. Shuffling up, Travis going to be on the play this time. That's a big deal in this matchup.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Being one turn ahead for either of these players makes...
it really pushes these, like, post hands.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think... Like, Ian, I think, really needs an Ancient Tomb something start, right?
Ancient Tomb Grim Monolith hand to beat the start. Yeah. Decks like this fairly commonly use Cabal Therapy. Oh yeah, Thought Not Seer's discard is insane. Alright, seeing an opening hand from Ian. There's a turn 2 Trinisphere from
There's 2 City of Traders. I don't know what that other land is.
There it is. There, the turn 1 crab, it's back.
Crab
There
time.
it is. Ooh, Ian rips an Ancient Tomb. That's going to make this mana base significantly less painful.
Alright, so his plan is turn to, like, Karn or Transfere.
Yeah.
We'll see what Travis can do here.
Honestly, this Trinisphere might not hurt too much, though, because Travis is going to get to play his turn 1 and turn 2 just fine, unaffected.
Yeah, so if
He had the
Depending
fetch
on-
land for the crab.
depending on what these hit,
Ooh, that mill isn't great.
no.
Travis wondering what he wants to do next.
Yeah, that was not a good mill.
No, he definitely wanted to hit a Cabal Therapy or a Bloodghast.
Or even like a bridge or...
Yeah. All right. I wonder if he's deciding between like an altar and casting a breakthrough or something.
Yeah, one of these...
These turns can get really complicated in the early turns because they decide everything you do for the rest of the game. This turn 2 is pretty definitive.
This is just kind of like a spiral out of control deck, right? And so
Exactly.
Ian just wants to land like the Transfere and just shut all this down.
And Travis going for land number 2.
Yeah, we'll see what we mill here.
Always pointing these crab triggers at himself, as was intended.
Yes, right.
What a card. Alright.
Land.
Ooh, there's a bridge.
Bridge.
Alright, the
And
bridge
land.
is good.
Still not great. Oh, he does have, I believe, a Hapless Researcher in hand.
That's good.
That's-
Hapless Researcher is big. Because the Hapless Researcher turns into a zombie. Ooh, Stitchers is big too.
Wow, these are kind of... Okay, never mind.
Hogak.
Everything is better now.
One more black creature
I
or
think
green
he-
creature and he can cast the Hogak now.
I think he has the Hapless Researcher, so that's...
Researcher, yeah. You can sack it, make it a zombie, then cast Hogak.
yeah.
Oh no,
No!
he missed it. Oh, that's big. That misses 10 points of damage next turn.
Yeah.
That may end up making a big deal in this match.
And that would have killed the Karn.
Yeah.
Well, if he still sees it, he can end of turn make a zombie and attack the Karn.
Yeah. It's certainly not what he wants to be doing, though, because if he has to attack the Karn, that means he's not casting Hogak next turn either.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's just going to get a crypt. Hogak's gone. Oh, punish.
Oh,
The punt. Oh, no.
Travis.
It's unfortunate. This is the first time Travis has played this deck.
Yeah.
So, no blame on him. He's only in round 4 of playing it. Now choosing to sack this guy.
Okay, he's letting him have the token, I guess? Okay.
Interesting. I wonder if he knows how the bridge interaction works with that.
Yeah.
If Travis is able to get to his turn, he's going to get to cast that Hogak.
Yeah. Like, if he gets to main phase, Hogak gets... Well, I mean, here's the thing. I don't think you can now.
I don't think you can either.
You have to
with
attack
his
the Karn,
bridge.
because Karn is going to tick down and get bridge.
Yeah,
So I think you have to attack Karn.
I think you do too. Well, there's the discarded Bloodghast. This has got to be enough to convince Travis to...
Yeah.
Yep. There it is, the Exile.
Yeah. Alright. Well, things would look a little bit different if there was a Hogak in play.
Yeah, the 8/8 would make a very big difference to this board.
Ian would have been at 10. Karn would be dead.
Alright, we got the fetch. This is what he needs to start going. Start it back up.
Yep.
Looking at what is exiled.
I believe he has a Hapless Researcher and a bridge in hand.
Okay. Having the Hapless Researcher to discard the bridge is nice. Travis probably looking for a Cabal Therapy here to be able to sack this Stitcher Supplier. Get another 3 mil. Just trying to churn through more of the deck.
Yeah. Oh, these altars are...
Yeah,
these are very poor.
hurt to watch these mills, though.
Yeah.
This deck definitely doesn't have a graveyard like Dredge, but this is still pretty below average.
Hapless.
It's a hapless.
Draw? That might have been a Gravecrawler, I think, drawn.
Well, it's not the best in the world. At least in his current situation.
Yeah. He has no sack outlet as part of the problem here. He's like milled over half of them.
Yeah, this deck really does need the sack outlets. Not getting to have the altar or carrion feeder is definitely hurting.
Yeah. Ian representing nice basically full grip.
Yeah, notably, the rest of Ian's lands, I believe, are City of Traders. So he's not going to be getting above 6 mana anytime soon, I believe. There's a Vengevine discard.
Yep.
Hit the Calm down.
Yeah. I think he was debating between Bridge and Vengevine there.
I like the Vengevine discard here.
I like the Vengevine discard.
Represents a lot of damage if he's able to get it out.
Well, he's not casting 2 creatures, though, anytime soon.
No, he is not. Not with that Trinisphere.
Oh, there is a Cloud Post.
Yeah.
Alright, so... I think he drew another Vengevine.
Ooh, that would be unfortunate. He's only 1 land away from casting it,
Yeah, that's
enough.
Yeah.
So, very relevant there.
You know what? I think he milled one of the Bayous.
There are 3.
There are 3.
Yeah, there are 3, so there is another.
Okay, those are another Trinisphere.
Ian just putting down another Trinisphere.
That was a swamp, I think. Did he draw a
That
swamp?
will be so unfortunate.
Yep.
And he gets Crab, but... There's a Gravecrawler. He can cast that Gravecrawler from his yard.
Yeah. Wonder if he'll see that. That ups the clock a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 damage.
Yeah.
Is not unnoticeable.
Yep, I think he's going for it.
Yep, looks like he does notice it. Citrus Supplier being a zombie is so strong. Also has just the zombie tokens.
Yeah.
Looking at the Trinisphere. Seeing if his Gravecrawlers get punished. They do get punished.
They do.
But
He is still casting them.
you still gotta cast them, right?
Yep.
You can't not cast Gravecrawler just because there's Trinisphere in play.
The old 3 mana 2/1.
Gotta love it. Can't even block. 3 mana 2/1 can't block.
Yeah.
Getting up from the table, asking the judge a question. I wonder if he has a Hogak in his hand. I wonder if that was a Hogak that he top decked, not a Vengevine?
Well, he can't.
He can't cast it, is the thing.
He wouldn't have attacked if it was.
Yeah.
He's just passing.
Okay. That's interesting. I wonder what he has. Maybe a trophy?
I mean, that doesn't do anything.
These Glimmer Posts really hurting Travis's clock.
Yeah.
Each one being a fog.
That is a 3-mana Thoughtseize. Look
Thoughtseize.
at all of these lands.
Ian has 0. All right.
Welcome to posts sometimes.
Travis has a chance. I mean, it's not a great chance, but he has creatures.
I mean, it would have been much better if he had a Gravecrawler in play.
Yeah, it would have been much better if he had a Hogak in play.
No, yeah, the game would not be here if he had Hogak in play.
Very true.
That's a fetch land.
Yeah, big. That means Vengevine gets cast. That means Mills.
Ooh.
If I was Travis, I would have fetched in response to that trigger. Because there's only 1 Bayou left.
Oh.
And he needs that Bayou.
Yeah.
Hopefully, luckily
Well, I think he
didn't
was
get
going
punished.
for the Blood Gas trigger,
Yes.
which he hit a Blood Gas, so.
Well, that's good.
So this ups the clock a bit. Well, maybe he doesn't have a Vengevine in hand?
Yeah, he probably doesn't have a Vengevine if he's fetching like that.
Yeah, if he had a Vengevine in hand, obviously.
There's another Vengevine milled. Fetch and a bridge.
Yep.
And send another 3 at the Dome of Ian, but Ian's top decking so well right now. Pretty much most of the cards in his deck are gas.
He has something in his. He has 2 bridges in his hand and something else.
Yeah, I wonder what he has in his hand.
I thought it looked like a Vengevine.
He's making really weird decisions. So I wonder if it's based on maybe a breakthrough, but he would have cast that already.
It's not blue.
Yeah, okay. Do you hit a therapy?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the therapy. Still has to pay 3 for it.
No.
Milling will happen before the therapy results. But this means 2 more bridges go back to the yard, right? Travis has bridges. It is a Vengevine in his hand, so I wonder why he didn't get Bayou.
Yeah.
Odd. Probably was planning on this line in the first place then. Milling 3.
It was blood gas and a carrion feeder in the land.
Okay.
Two.
Blood off the top. I'm thinking about it. Might have been something. It was a chalice.
That is a
Okay.
little late.
That is quite late, indeed.
What do you, did you chalice on 4 here?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe, I think you just have to chalice on 1, right? For Gravecrawler?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I mean, you're playing to Ugin here. Ugin is like your only out,
This game is so weird.
and so like, if Travis finds a Bayou, he's dead, right?
Yeah.
So the way you live past this turn is you chalice on 4, but you chalice on.
All right.
Okay, chalice on 1.
Chalice on 1.
Yeah, because you can't even get under a bridge anymore because your hand is all lands.
Yeah.
Or anyway, so like shutting yourself off Karn is not really.
Not sure what that was off the top. Travis thinking about it. Blood guests now notably have haste.
Yeah.
So.
So there is another. So there is another like land in the graveyard. Maybe he's milled over both the bayous.
He probably has. If
I'm
he didn't
guessing
fetch the
that's
bayou.
probably what it is.
He's got to have milled over both the bayous.
Yeah.
All right, coming in.
Put you to
Putting Ian to 4. And slams therapy countered. Next turn, that's going to make a lot of zombies, but next turn, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't think there's a world where. Oh, you probably should have sacked the.
Oh, no,
Or-
and look at that.
What is it?
It's nothing.
Oh,
It's a Leyline of the Void.
Leyline of the Void.
Travis is able to get the game in 3.
All right. Well,
What a match.
yeah.
I was
Interesting
able
games
to pick
there.
it up right at the end.
Yeah. All right, pop back in the booth for a second.
Yep. Welcome back, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the Legacy Night stream. This is like, that was great.
Yeah.
Especially round 3. That was insane.
Yeah, round 3 was insane.
Yeah.
We will see you guys on Thursday if you like Modern. Otherwise, we'll see you again next week for 4 more rounds of Legacy.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Take care.
Have a good night.